Take it out of my ear, please. Man control to Major Tom. UFOs. Do you believe in UFOs? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. I'm your host. Do you believe in UFOs? Could it be the only explanation for the crazy damn world we're living in? I mean, Bowie said it. Major Tom, the ground control. How else can you explain some of the things you hear and see? Folks, first, let me tell you, what you're about to hear and see are actual events. They are things that have really happened. Yes, no matter how silly I make it sound, they're out there. It's going on. And, oh my God, do you believe in UFOs? I'm your host. Let's tell them how to get in touch with the show. BKP, good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. So you got the spaceship up there, do you? Good for you. Yeah, UFOs. I got an explanation. I like that. Thanks, Amanda. Get in touch with us, chief@fetchernews.com, chief@fetchernews.com, and then also 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700. Follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, FYNTV Fetcher News, and anytime we're doing a live broadcast, you'll get a notification. Okay, now before we start, every once in a while, I've already warned Amanda, correct, Amanda? You've gotten the warning that get out of the way. I mean, this train is going to run this morning, and just don't be on the tracks. It could be dangerous. All right, Carla will be in here at 8:30. We have Carla's Corner. It's Thursday, 8:30 every Thursday morning. Carla will be in here. And then right around 9 o'clock, we're going to spend a full hour back on the crazy train. Sorry there, Ozzy Osbourne, but we're going to take it right away from you. We're going to get on the crazy train. UFO is the only way I can explain it. Do you believe in UFOs? Because I believe I watch Joe Scarborough, and I watch MSNBC put Joy Reid on, and then I see Keith Olbermann on ESPN, and then I see I'm looking through the looking glass here, feel like it's Romper Room this morning, and I look and I see what's his name, Al Sharpton, and then Don Lemon on CNN, and Lawrence O'Donnell, and I did, the list goes on, and I'm thinking, you know what? There's only one true answer. It has to be alien abductions of these people. I mean, there has to be. I'm looking, every time I watch these shows, I'm thinking, there's a whole lot of probing going on here. And I don't mean that in the sense of, I'm just thinking probing, like alien probing testing, because, oh my God, they are crazy. All right, take that off the screen. First of all, let's get started here. You ever get up and you just want pancakes? I mean, has that ever happened to you, Amanda? I mean, you just, all of a sudden you want pancakes?
I don't like pancakes.
You do?
Don't.
Oh, you don't? So I get up this morning and just for some reason, I want pancakes. I mean, I'm thinking, where can you get pancakes? But then I say to myself, oh my God, I look up on the top of the refrigerator, and there's the Bisquick there, and and I can do my own pancake thing there at 4:30 in the morning. But I try not to make too much noise down in the kitchen other than making some coffee in the morning to stir the house up. So I said, where could a guy get pancakes? So I go down to the International House of Pancakes. Do you know where that is, Amanda?
No.
That's IHOP. You did not know that?
Yes, I know that, but I don't like IHOP. I don't like pancakes.
I asked you if you knew where it was at.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyhow, so.
Cracker Barrel.
No. So I go down to IHOP at 6 a.m. and enjoyed a stack of pancakes, the $4.99 breakfast special. I'm sorry, folks. Just got up and said, I have to have some pancakes. Has that never happened to you? All right, moving right along here. What's going on? Now, I always find there's a couple things I want to talk about, and we're going to get really into it deep at 9 o'clock. But I said this on the campaign trail. Let's put a couple names together. First of all, you got Jeff Sessions. So let's do Jeff Sessions, picture one there. I think I got picture one. And there he is, little Jeffrey. This is little Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions. Remember, and he's at the crowd and he's giving it that. And he looks like the little guy that he is. And that's little Jeffrey, Donald's son there, Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions during the campaign. And he's the first guy to wear the Make America Great Again hat. And there he is, man. He's excited, little Jeffrey is. Because he's going to be designated hitter or something. He's going to get something out of it. And Donald loves him at this time. Now we got little Jeffrey Sessions number 2. Go ahead and do it that picture. Okay, and there it is. And here's the caption for that. You know, this is at Alabama. I think this is down in Birmingham or somewhere, or Huntsville or somewhere, or Tuscaloosa, whatever. And little Jeffrey Sessions there is coming out, and he is the first. He is the first senator, first major politician to go on the stage with Donald Trump, first guy to wear the Make America Great Again hat. First guy. Boom, there he is. Now here's the caption I've put on this. Donald's saying, now Jeffrey, can you see on the podium or do I need to hold you up? But anyhow, there he is in Alabama. And let's go to Jeffrey number 3. Do I have a 3? Do I have a Jeffrey number 3? Or do I not? If I don't, okay. I didn't know if I sent you 2 or 3 pictures of Jeffrey there. But there's Jeffrey Sessions. He is your Attorney General. And yesterday, there's a whole lot of pushing around on Jeffrey leaving and getting rid of Jeffrey. Now, let's put up somebody else on the campaign trail. Because all I want to do is I want to just lay this out here. Is Rudy Giuliani really in? Now, maybe he is, but let's go to, there he is. There's Rudy. You know what I think he's yelling? I think he's yelling Stella. You remember when Elaine yelled Stella? She got all, remember Elaine got all messed up on Ambien and, because of her back or whatever and was yelling Stella. But I think there's Rudy. He's yelling Stella. There's Rudy Giuliani. Go to Rudy Giuliani 2, okay? And, oh, there it is. There it is. There's Donald years ago. They're in New York City. And Donald's saying, Rudy, do you see the big picture? Donald's showing Rudy. This is years ago in New York City. And he's saying, hey, look, Rudy, here's the big picture. They've known each other for years. Do I have another Rudy or is that it? Is that it? All right, now show me Joseph diGenova. There's Joseph diGenova. Now, do you ever find it interesting if you've watched this show for a period of time, you are well aware that I struggle with pronunciation. I do. There's things I blow it all up, right? You know that. I know that. I stumble all through all kinds of syllables, right? But for some reason, I get the Italian names correct. I'm just saying. I mean, why do I know how to say diGenova? Why? Giuliani. Why? Anyhow, all right, so you got Joseph diGenova. Former U.S. attorney there. Wait, back up. I think I see a pattern. Joseph diGenova. Just put up Rudy Giuliani there with Donald Trump. Put that one up I just had a minute ago. Rudy Giuliani and Donald Trump. Donald Trump giving him the big picture. Okay? So that's Donald, Rudy, and Joseph diGenova. Robert Mueller, I think you've met. Can you guess the picture I want? They're the 3 out west. There you go. Robert Mueller, I think you've met City Slickers. I've always said that. I've always said if you watch this show, okay, there's the City Slickers. Remember City Slickers, the movie? All right. I've always said, if you've watched this show for a period of time, Donald Trump and from New York City, Manhattan, Queens, Manhattan, and Rudy Giuliani can go down to Alabama and put 20,000 people in an auditorium. can go out to Indiana and put 20,000 people in an auditorium. Can go to Tennessee. So you got Joseph diGenova, Rudy Giuliani, and Donald Trump. You got the city slickers, okay? Robert Mueller. They have a plan. Donald Trump has the big picture. Rudy knows what he's doing. I don't think he's a babbling fool. Now, don't take that wrong. I think he babbles a little bit, okay? You know, I think he could use a nap. I can always tell the days that Rudy hasn't taken a nap and could use one, okay? Yeah, he gets the mumbling and stumbling on late night TV with Sean Hannity. But anyhow, so here you got Joe diGenova, Rudy Giuliani, and Donald Trump. And they are running the media with the Russian investigation, spying, no matter what it is, whether Trump will sit down with Mueller, what they expect, what they know, what they think. And they are burning up the airwaves, running a circle around Mueller. Now, Mueller could come out with, and don't take this wrong out there, Trump supporters, because you know I too am the ultimate Trump supporter. But if Mueller could come out with the smoking gun, no pun intended, we're not allowed to say that anymore, or it's not pun intended, right? Or I apologize, whatever the hell. Okay, so anyhow, he can come out with the most evidence you've ever seen in any case in the world. And these three city slickers, joined by their friend Sean Hannity, are going to spin it up because, folks, the verdict is in. America doesn't care, okay? America does not care, all right? Doesn't care. So this morning, the Take Down America, Bet Against America channel, MSNBC, opened up with, oh my God, McCabe had a memo that said he was concerned that they would be running cover and using Rod Rosenstein to do it. I have to say Stein. If you're from some part of the country, you want to hear Stein. If you want to hear other parts of the country, you say Steen. So it's Rosenstein, okay? So here we go. We got Don. Oh my God, McCabe had a memo to Comey, and it was out, and it was possible that they were running cover and using Rod Rosenstein. What the hell? America's, the verdict's in. The verdict's in. The polling's in. The polling is in. They don't care. There is a large group, not a small group. There is a large group that no matter what you tell them, it's like, okay, well, leave Donald alone. We go to work because we all have jobs. We're making some money. Things are not bad. Kids are in college. Kids have a job. Kids are out of the damn house. Kids are out of the basement. It's not too bad. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I got a little bonus on account of tax break. Things are not too bad. There's 12 extra bucks in my paycheck, and the wife's getting shoes twice a month. Things aren't too bad. Whatever. The list goes on. America, the verdict's in. The guy is talking to the North Koreans. Hey, he's almost got this nuke thing solved. And we find out Fat Boy over there is going to open Fat Boy hamburger restaurants. Sorry, I'll explain later. Anyhow, things are not too bad. The verdict is in. America don't care. And every once in a while, Donald sends out a tweet that's humorous. So when they go on their lunch break, they go to @RealDonald.com and they say, oh, look what he's done. It's hilarious, okay? And then they got a president. Listen, the New York Post. Don't say it to me. Why do you get upset with me? I just come on here. It's just like I told you earlier when the show started. The events you're about to hear and see are true. The New York Post puts up a headline, Trump meets the rump. I mean, Kim Kardashian. I mean, if Trump is not president, how do you put Trump and rump in a headline and Kim Kardashian go to the Oval Office and say, hey, could you please free great-grandmama? What the hell? I mean, you can't beat this. I mean, it's dinner and a show with this guy. America, the verdict is in, whether they want to believe it or not. Just saying. Now, here's where I want to go. And hell, I don't know where I've been, but here's where I want to go. I want to ask you a question this morning. Why? First of all, Trump can't get rid of Sessions. Just put up a Sessions picture. Put up Jeffrey by himself there. Okay? Get the city slickers off there. Put up Jeffrey by himself. Now, Jeffrey comes in. He's Jeffrey. Jeffrey Beauregard. Remember his name, middle name Beauregard from Alabama. Now, let me just throw this out there. You know how I enjoy throwing things, okay? Like throwing this out there. What if Jeffrey was sent in early in the game by somebody? Jeffrey, you go down there, he'll never expect a short little 4'8" guy from Alabama wearing a Make America Great Again hat, raising your fist all up in the air like a Yosemite Sam. Yeah, right? So there's Jeffrey Yosemite Sam Beauregard Sessions, little short guy. You can just picture the two little, pistols on his side there, Anyhow, so Jeffrey goes in early, and he's loyal. So we're trying to figure, this guy is loyal he is loyal to a fault. But his fault is he recuses himself on the whole Russian special prosecutor, the whole thing. He recuses himself and he gives it to Rod Rosenstein. Okay? And there you go. But he's loyal. So you got Jeffrey there, and Trump wanted Jeffrey out. But we both know now, there's no way under 12 suns, okay, if you believe in UFO, 12 suns, 18 moons, whatever the hell, 92 stars, okay, no way under 12 suns, 18 moons, and 93 stars are they going to ever, right now, at this point in time, confirm another Department of Justice Attorney General. It's not going to happen. So Beauregard goes in. You got to remember these things. You got to go back. You got to play the rewind just a little bit, okay? Beauregard goes into a Department of Justice that got handed off from Loretta Lynch. Interesting. So you got all these people, like how many, 50,000 people working in there, 32,000, 92,000, whatever, right? And Loretta Lynch is in charge. You got to understand, this is a Department of Justice that has had more than 8 solid years of an Eric Holder, Loretta Lynch hold, okay? The Jeffrey goes in, and I think he says, damn. Maybe he says Shazam. Jeffrey went in the Department of Justice and said, Shazam. Well, I was a prosecuting attorney down there in Alabama, and I had, remember that movie, My Cousin Vinny? Those were the kind of cases I was doing. I wasn't trying these kind of cases. He went to the Department of Justice. He looked around and he said, damn, Shazam, look where I'm at. I don't know, maybe true, maybe not. But anyhow, this guy blows it when he recuses himself. So Donald is hot. He's upset. Now he's blatantly asking him to quit. Get the hell out. So now you got to understand, if Sessions leaves, who's in charge? Rod Rosenstein, okay? That's who's in charge. All right? And the reason I'm doing that, folks, just to be funny, is because some shows, I hear some of the talking heads, I always like to watch because they're smarter than I am. Their intelligence level is way out there. Maybe their intelligence level is UFO kind of standards, but it's way out there. And, one will say Stein and one will say Steen, so we got it. So anyhow, if Jeffrey leaves, Rod Rosenstein is acting Attorney General. Now, my question before we go to the next subject, because we're going to break this down at 9 o'clock. Why is Rudy Giuliani on the president's legal team at this time? Because he's a great legal mind, because he comes from Department of Justice, he's cut from that cloth, the Southern District of New York, Attorney General, District Attorney of the Southern District of New York or whatever, went after the big crime families. Why is Rudy there now? Now, I had a suspicion that Beauregard went home and Rudy would become the next Attorney General, but I don't know if he could ever get it confirmed. But Rudy is hanging around there a lot. And Donald Trump never tweets, Rudy, shut the hell up. He never does. Rick Tillerson go around the world, say something. Donald would tweet Rick Tillerson, shut the hell up. It don't matter who you are. There's nobody above Donald Trump going on Twitter and telling you to shut the hell up, or you got it wrong, damn it. There's nobody above that. But do you ever hear Donald come out and say anything on Joe diGenova? Joe diGenova or Jeffrey? Giuliani? No. Okay, so last night, all right, first of all, there's a couple things. Last night, 8 hours ago, the recusal of Jeff Sessions was an unforced betrayal. Betrayal. See, he trusted you, Jeffrey. When you showed up just a little boy, come up on stage and said, "My name is Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions. I'd like to wear the hat, sir." See, you betrayed him. Okay? You're a regular Judas Jeffrey. Oh, I like that one. Betrayal. Write that down, Judas Jeffrey. Judas Jeffrey Sessions, okay? So, the recusal of Jeff Sessions was an unforced betrayal of the President of the United States. Joe diGenova, former U.S. attorney. So, Joe diGenova, let's go to Joe for a minute. Take us to Joe here. It's like we're doing play-by-play. This is Joe diGenova, okay? And he's on TV last night, and Joe diGenova says he's a former U.S. attorney, and he was going to represent the president, but he had to recuse himself based on some conflicts. The recusal of Jeff Sessions was an unforced betrayal of the president of the United States, says Joe diGenova. Donald tweeted that out. City Slickers, baby. They're three. They're playing it. They are playing it. It is, I'll tell you what, you don't remember pinball machines. Now, some of us old folks do, throwing a hip into it, see if you can get it to pop back out. But pinball machines, you remember that bumping off the bumpers and that little ding? Oh, that's what Joseph and Giuliani are doing every day. So anyhow, President of the United States, basically Jeffrey needs to go. He recused himself. He betrayed him. And just saying. Now, a lot of uproar before we get to our next subject over Trey Gowdy saying, I don't know if the FBI really did anything wrong, having people close to the campaign. And, so a lot of you, I have probably never heard the screeching of brakes so fast yesterday. I mean, you can picture, just close your eyes for a minute and just hear that screeching of brakes. And who was the screeching of brakes about and why? Why, Trey Gowdy. Why, just 1 minute there, Trey Gowdy goes on CBS Good Morning or whatever, and he goes on there, and just in 1 minute, all of a sudden, he is a hero to zero. He was hero because he understood. He understood why President Trump would want another attorney general. He understood. There's a lot of lawyers out there. I mean, if you're going to recuse yourself on the biggest case in the United States history, my words, tell the president up front, hey, if you pick me, I'm not going to do this case. Let him know ahead of time that, I think he was wrong. So all of a sudden, everybody's cheering. And then all of a sudden he says, well, I don't know that the FBI really did anything wrong. And you're like, hold on. What did he just say? And so Trey Gowdy goes from hero to zero. Now, Rush, an hour ago, Donald Trump is trolling the media, so he's going to make an attempt to troll Rush Limbaugh. We'll see what happens today at noon. Tune in. Good for you. I mean, I'm not on at noon, but if I was on at noon, I would tell you turn him off and listen to here. But anyhow, we're not. So Donald Trump is trolling Rush. You should retweet my stuff. I sent some good stuff out. Mr. Trump, retweet BKP. Tune in. Rush Limbaugh, if the FBI was so concerned, if they weren't targeting Trump, then should they have told Trump, if they weren't really concerned, if they were really concerned about the Russians infiltrating a campaign hoax, then why not try to stop it? Why not tell Trump? Because they were pushing the scam. Now, I said that the other day, and I got a direct message back from somebody that said, they did tell Trump. But I said the other day, okay, why didn't they stop it? Why didn't they go in and put a stop to it? Why didn't the FBI call Trump in and say, we got to put a stop to this now, man? We cannot risk our republic, our democracy. The pillars of democracy are crumbling right in front of us. Why not? I don't know. But he's asking Rush. And we'll see what Rush does with it at noon today. Okay, I will switch gears because I should have Carla in here any minute at 8:30 this morning. Carla's Corner. So let me switch gears. I want to bring something up. All right, now, you know, they don't call him Nathan Deal for nothing. And wouldn't it be a great parting gift for the governor of Georgia? And this is something that everybody should pay attention to, is my opinion, everybody should pay attention to, because it's your money. And are you not tired of A, giving your tax money away, B, whether it sounds like Bernie Sanders or not, and whether you like it and understand it or care what I say, are you not tired of corporate welfare? I understand you're getting ready to say, wow, I've heard that before, but it's not on the Republican side. But are you tired of corporate welfare? Are you tired of the big behemoth companies? Now, here's a company, Amazon, which we know is listening to you. Hello, I'm Amazon. We're listening, okay? We're listening through your TV. We're listening through your devices. In fact, we'll even share your contact list if we get the opportunity. Through Alexis will say, hey, what are you doing this afternoon? Nothing. You want the your neighbor's contact list? Sure, load it up. Anyhow, Amazon HQ2. Is Georgia on the short list? We have a story we're going to talk about at 9 o'clock. They don't call him Nathan Deal for nothing. What are Georgia Republican lawmakers willing to give away to make the deal for Nathan Deal? Now, I wrote that. What are Georgia Republican lawmakers? Now, keep in mind, all of these tax abatements and big deals. I mean, Larry Hogan, is that his name, Larry Hogan? I don't know. He's the governor of Maryland. I think Maryland's trying to cut a $6 billion deal to bring Amazon in, okay? There's some places out there where it is transparent and you do know what the state is trying to do. New Jersey doesn't have the money to even pay their teacher pension payments, but they're willing to give away up to about $6 billion in tax incentives to bring them in. Crazy, right? Pay your bills first. Anyhow, so when I say Republican lawmakers, it might make some people upset or upset some people, but it's the truth. Republicans hold the governor's mansion, Republicans hold the Senate, and Republicans hold the House. Now, some might get upset because you're going to say, well, are you only picking out one candidate? Yeah, because there's only one candidate who is lieutenant governor. And I'm going to tell you now, Casey Cagle knows the deal, knows what the offer is. This is my opinion, damn it. Knows the deal, knows what the offer is, knows if they're going to go back into session to cut a deal for Amazon, and could let us know what it is. I think it needs to be transparent. I think the people of Georgia deserve to know what kind of deal we're willing to make to bring Amazon in, what is the corporate welfare and giveaway that Republicans plan to do. Wouldn't it be a great parting gift? Would it not be an awesome parting gift for Governor Nathan Deal to get Amazon at your Georgia taxpayers' expense? Think about it. We'll talk about that at 9. Hey, it is 8:28 and it's time for Carla's Corner. We'll be back right after these messages.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Good morning. It's time for Carla's Corner every Thursday morning at 8:30. Carla comes in to say hello. Carla, we have a couple things we need to do, a little housekeeping here, a couple things we need to check on before we start.
Don't wear black? I did not even think about that.
Okay. Stay.
Green and black is off limits.
Okay, talking head. Listen, a couple things. Now, you're not currently under the influence of Ambien, are you?
No.
Okay. That is a new rule here. We did it. Something took place this past week that we are asking everybody that does a show, is on the show, produces a show, manages, works here, that we know if they're on Ambien or not. Okay. Just checking.
You've done this show long enough with me.
All right.
I don't need Ambien. I have wine.
I was getting ready to say that I knew we didn't have to ask the question, but it's just a check. Now, the second thing is we have put some new rules in place since last time here.
That's not my contract.
Yeah, but there's some
new rules.
But there's some things you can and cannot say. Some things have come to light in the last week.
You have to send a new agreement.
There's some things that have come to light in the last week that we feel very concerned about here at FetchYourNews.com that we've put a list together. We cannot talk about monkeys. You can't talk about, you can't mention grape ape or anything. Nothing. Monkeys are off limits. You understand?
You know, when the credit card companies change your privacy policy, they send you an updated privacy policy in the mail?
Right.
I'd like an updated policy in the mail.
We're just trying to safeguard.
I'm fine with e-statements, too, if you want to e-statement it to me or whatever.
Could you get a note out to Carla on the new list of things, do's and don'ts here, because of recent events that have taken place in the world that we live in? Hi, how are you?
Good.
Do you even know who Grape Ape is?
Listen.
Does any? Are you?
All I know is my Tuesday night entertainment has been canceled. So moving on. I still have Wednesday night. So
okay, your Tuesday night's been canceled.
Handmaiden's Tale. Yeah.
Handmaiden's Tale. This is not Handmaid's Tale. All right, let me get back. Let me get back. I want to say something, and this is not being controversial. I promise. I'm not being controversial. It's just the real world we live in. So, I will tell you this: like controlling what I watch and don't watch. I believe that's up to me.
If you watch Handmaid's Tale, you'll find out what that is the beginning of.
All right, I have watched it. I'm up on Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, you're up and out. See, Charlie won't watch it. He watched like 3 minutes of the first episode.
What's
and he's
wrong
like,
with
no.
you? Huh? I got you to watch it, right? I told her, yeah, God.
It reminds me of the Hunger Games, like the same philosophy.
No. So Handmaid Tales.
Off subject.
All right, but anyhow, I'm up on that. Boom, I'm up. Okay, but let me just get my point out. So, you know, we're off the satellite. And not to be negative, you know, everybody has a choice.
Are we literally talking about you have satellite or?
No, we're up. We do not. We do not have. We stream everything. We have Hulu Live, and then we have Netflix, which I'm debating right now. Netflix and Amazon Prime. That's it.
You gotta have Netflix
and Amazon Prime. Let's not go there. I have a point.
June 15th, y'all. June 15th, The Ranch is coming back.
Oh, wait, we'll get to that in a minute. Wow, this is going to be a good segment, so chill.
Lonnie's going to be mad. He's going to be like, y'all did an entertainment segment without me.
I know. Lonnie's like, I know you guys are not doing entertainment. So anyhow, so we do not have, we 100%
cable. Yeah,
nothing.
Moving on.
All right, moving on. So what did that do when I got rid of everything? I no longer have my own DVR. I used to have my own DVR, right? Where if I record
profile on Hulu and on Netflix.
Stop! I'm going to say a bad word in a minute. So I don't have, and I promised the big boss I wouldn't say bad words. So please don't push me over the edge.
You're making a very simple thing.
No, I'm getting to the point. You keep interrupting me. So I used to have my own DVR, and I would pick things and record them. So if anything's out, satellite or anything, I'd have the DVR. Then I said, okay, so I get rid of the DVR. Hulu. There's no way. Oh, hell, I hope Sam didn't hear that.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, did I say a bad word? Anyway.
Hurry it up. You're wasting my time.
I have no DVR. It's built in. So when I first get it, Hulu.
Oh.
When I first get it, Hulu, when I first get Hulu, right? I'm thinking this is great because I hit my stuff and it builds my own DVR. I'm coming to the point. Guess what?
Like a snail on a rainy day.
They decided that I could not have a show. See, I had 3 episodes left in a series of the season left. I'd watched, 9 episodes? I watched 6 of them. I didn't watch the last 3. So I'd go in there and binge watch 3. Lisa and I will, right? I go in there to see, I say, let me see They decided I don't need to see those shows. And they made a decision for me. And in what is supposed to be my recorded stuff, they took it out. You understand what I'm saying?
I feel like you're making a decision for me right now to take over this show.
But does anybody understand what I'm saying? I mean, we know what we're talking about.
You got your own hour and a half to talk about your DVR and your shows you didn't get to watch.
Yeah, but I'm upset that I'm thinking, wait a minute, somebody made a decision. Now let's get to the second thing. Let's not gloss over the ranch.
I have to talk about Ella J.
I understand, but let's not gloss over the ranch. Okay, so we know the ranch is coming back. I'm just going to say this. Will it be the full cast?
It's not my.
Will it? I can't watch it. How do you watch The Ranch without Rooster?
Listen.
No Rooster? You can't watch The Ranch.
Who cares? It's a TV show. Move it on.
No, you have to have Rooster. I want to vote, and then I'll give
There's
you the
people out
floor.
there right
Amanda,
now.
is
Yeah.
Rooster got to be on the show?
There are people out there right now going, how do we do Carla's Corner without Carla? Because Brian won't shut up.
They understand. They don't want The Ranch without Rooster. Okay, what you got going on?
Oh,
Hi, how are you?
finally.
You're the one that started this.
So I have some great news that I wanted to share.
I do too.
Wait, what about?
They took my shows.
Oh my gosh, move on.
Just telling you.
So I usually talk about events, and I'm all like, this event's coming up, go do this weekend. But today I'm going to bring you news. Something different.
Okay, I'm cringing.
So I wanted to announce the happy 9-year anniversary to Easttown Cinemas.
Da-da-da.
Celebrating 9 years, that's a huge achievement for businesses. We also have a 10-year anniversary for Okinawa, another big achievement.
I like the news. Could you do more of this? Because I like it when you come prepared. Go ahead, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's hard to come prepared when you have Nazis taking
9
over
years,
the show.
East Town Cinema. Great chairs. I love the seats. Very comfortable.
Mixed
And then
Grill-
Okinawa, better known as what I like to call the chop. Okinawa, 10 years, right? Just helping you move along.
Mix and Roll ice cream now carries macaroons. Some of the flavors they have is rosé, pistachio. I say rosé, it's rose, but in my world everything's rosé, sorry. Rose, pistachio, green apple, raspberry, triple berry, coffee, tiramisu, lemon, bubblegum, vanilla, chocolate, and green tea. So you can go and get your Mix and Roll ice cream and then get a macaroon in, top.
Could you give me the short version of what Mix and Roll is?
So they have these cold plates, and they take if you want vanilla, you can get vanilla with Oreos in it or whatever you want in it, or you can just get plain vanilla or plain chocolate or whatever. Then they pour the cream on the cold plate, and it cools, and then they kind of do this choppy chop thing like you said with Okinawa, and then they roll it up, and then you get this cup with these rolls of ice cream in them. And it's a lot. Like, you get a huge portion when they do it. So and they're doing a buy one, get one half off right now.
Now, where are they located? The Mix and Roll?
Next to Easttown Cinemas.
Easttown Cinemas. So you get ice cream and then you go to the movies.
And I believe there's some kind of something that Easttown...
A deal?
Yeah, that they do so that if you go see a movie, then you get a discount on ice
So
cream.
you're saying there's a deal.
There might be a deal.
Oh.
So Kusawagi Tubing Company is now open 7 days a week. River's up a little bit. Might be a little fast ride right now, so you might...
Yeah, actually, flash flood. River is up a little bit.
A friend of mine on Facebook posted a video of the car decay, and I looked at it and I'm like, okay, I vaguely remember being stuck on a rock in that very similar location, and now it's like, woof. So, the water's up, folks, but
Moving tubing.
it looks like we're gonna have some really great weather this weekend and next week and next weekend. So we've got some, like I said, if you didn't watch our last episode, don't let the weather control your life.
And
Have
it
some
didn't.
fun.
Taste of LJ was a big success.
Taste of LJ was great. Memorial Day weekend, other than
There was some
Memorial
spots.
Day,
There was, I know you have a lot of news to do, but Memorial Day weekend, we were all nervous about the graduations, and there was the Plan B and the Plan C and everything in case a cloud rolled this way or hovered. So, I mean, all of our graduations that we covered went off without any weather interruptions, which was amazing.
I told you I was at Pickens' graduation. My niece graduated. And we were sitting, we had prepared for I don't know if you've been to Pickens' graduation,
Yes,
but
I
it
have.
is blazing sun and you're miserable because
Yeah,
it's
you're
so
out
hot.
there. It's just...
And so we were prepared. We were like, we're gonna have water, we're gonna have our umbrellas. We get up that morning and it's overcast. It's like a cool, breezy 70-something degree. It was perfect. I mean, you couldn't have asked for better weather. We were cool. I mean, I was almost chilly because I had on a...
Yeah, can you get the point?
Anyway, it was amazing. The weather just did perfect. I couldn't ask for better weather.
All of our graduations went very well.
Yeah.
Go on with the news.
I was going to say that you guys did good coverage of the graduation. I see all my friends tagging themselves in pictures.
Thanks for saying that, because they go with their friends in the school, mingling around, getting their cap and gown, walking to the field, getting their diploma, and then throwing the cap in the air and hanging out with their buddies. So if you'll go to Fetch Your News Facebook page and find the albums, that's what we do, document the day, and we love to do it.
My niece was super excited because y'all got a great picture of her. She was the vice president, so she introduced the speaker, the class speaker, and y'all got a great picture of her giving him a hug. And so he was one of her mentors, and so she was really excited. We got some, but we were so far away, they weren't as good. So she was really excited.
And just to say, and I appreciate the time here for us, but just to say, a lot goes into that. All those pictures are free. We loaded 3,500 pictures this weekend. They're all free. We don't charge for anything. There's no charge at all. They belong to you.
Yeah, my niece just was saving them.
Exactly, because I wanted to tell you what I enjoy. And I told somebody this over a week ago that asked, so what do you like about it? I said, I enjoy my Saturday. It's quiet. It's Memorial Day weekend. And I just keep reloading Facebook and watching the people tag. And they let me know. And then they make so many of these pictures, their profile pictures for 3 or 4 days. So I enjoy that. And I want to again thank Sam and all the staff that Sam organized all of it, got all our teams together. Anyhow, great. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really good. I also wanted to talk Carter K River Pizza Company. If you've never had their pizza, they were at Taste of LJ. It's like a brick oven style pizza. It's great. They're now on.
I hear a lot of people say that. A lot of people like their pizza.
They're now on their summer hours, Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 8. Ask them about Paddling Naked. You can get some information on Paddling Naked. They'll tell you about that.
Excuse me? I thought that was on the list that we sent you.
Yeah, no, didn't send it to me.
I thought no Paddling Naked on this show. Anyhow.
Carter K Vineyards has Sassy Sisters back in. So that's for those of you that like a sweet kind of... I'm not good at describing wine. I just love it. That's all I know about it.
No comment.
So it's kind of like a...
I can't really describe it, but I've got 8 different glasses that I use.
Moscato with some other stuff, and it's really good. I highly recommend you get it while they have it. They should have it through the summer until they run out. And then I know Ingelheim is going to be releasing some wines, but I'll give you all more information on that when they release it. I don't want to give too much information, but just
is that the end of your news coverage, or do you have more?
I have more.
It's time for Carla and the news.
June 3rd,
right around the corner,
is National Trails Day. North Georgia Mountain Bike Association is going to be participating in National Trails Day, hosting a work day on Long Branch Trail, Aska Trail System. They'll be installing a new bridge. So there's some, but it's National Trails Day, so you need to get out. I mean, you can go help maintain trails, you can go pick up trash on trails, you can hike trails. I think it's going to be a great weekend for that. It's coming up Sunday, so I definitely think that you should participate in National Trails Day. I know Friday, tomorrow, because I have been messed up. Have you been messed up all week on what day of the week it is? I've been messed up all week. I thought Tuesday was Monday, and I've been off a day ever since. So tomorrow, Carter K Vineyards is doing their the Cork and Canvas, the sip and paint. So you can do that tomorrow. I did want to announce that the Come Play in LJ golf tournament, because of all the rain, they didn't want to do any damage to the golf course, so they have moved that to September. So it will not be tomorrow. Just wanted to give everybody a heads up on that. Summer reading. Did you see my post about summer reading? Mm-hmm. Bull.
Yes, I did.
Kids can go now and sign up for summer reading at the library. It's a little different this year. It was similar to what I showed you at spring break. Remember I brought that paper in and we talked about the activities and stuff. It's very similar to that. My kids are already loving it. They worked on theirs yesterday. They're going to work on it some more today, but they're really, really excited about that. I'm trying to think, what else? What else do I have this weekend? I did do all my announcements, I'm pretty sure. You think you got everything? There's a lot going Oh, forgot. LJ River Outfitters will be open beginning June 2nd, every day, 10 to 6. No reservations required, so you can come to LJ with LJ River Outfitters as well. Obviously, all of our outfitters are open. It's tubing season. Carter Cave River Experience is open as well. They've always kind of maintained a longer season, so you can definitely go do that. Fainting Goat is doing their Friday night summer concert series. So they'll have concerts every Friday night at Fainting Goat Vineyards. I think that's everything. Oh, Abby's Ice Cream Frozen Yogurt has fried pies. Throw that one out there for you guys too. And peaches are in. Peaches are in. Whoop, whoop. Peaches are in. Yeah, whew.
Okay, that would be Carla and Carla's news. Folks,
Canterbury's open in their new location.
I thought it was already open.
It opened on the night of Taste of LJ, or on the day of Taste of LJ. And the 1907 opened on the day of Taste of LJ. Y'all, there's so much happening. Y'all just need to come see it for yourself.
Taste LJ was quite a success.
Yes.
Because we really pushed. You did. Social media. We here. No matter who it was.
Great turnout for the rain.
We were pushing. Don't let the thought of rain deter you. Keep you home, and it didn't happen. It was good.
Yeah, I think
packed.
It did really great.
Okay.
A little bit later crowd too. I guess everybody kind of waited to see what the rain was going to do, and then when they realized it was going to be sunny, they just came out.
I think it was 6 to 8.
It was 6 to 8, and it was
like about 7. It really got.
Yeah, 7. It really picked. Yeah, it was kind of a different flow this year, but it was still good. It was a great event.
Okay, I'm your host, BKP, and this is Carla's Corner every Thursday at 8:30. Don't forget all of the events and things that are going on in the North Georgia area. You can go to GilmerChamber.com, GilmerChamber.com. In the top right-hand corner is the calendar of events. You can click there and get everything going on. Come up and visit us, rain or shine. We have things to do no matter what the weather may be. It's a great place to visit. Come on up and say hello, and if you're driving up and you want to stop in, the northbound side on the right-hand side is the big green sign that says Gilmer Chamber Welcome Center. Stop in there. They'll be glad to help you and answer any of the questions you may have. And there's all kinds of push cards along the wall telling you everything that brochures. Push cards. What?
Never heard that. Is
you never heard push cards?
Is that like a northern term that I'm not familiar with?
See, I have such a nice flow for the people at home to get information, and I have it all worked out, and then you interrupt me.
I love learning new languages.
They're push cards. Huh. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay,
I'm putting
sorry.
that in Google. I just want to know. I want to know if Google knows what that is.
Do you want to know if Google knows what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait. But anyhow, right-hand side there, Welcome Center, Google push cards, GilmerChamber.com. Calendar of events, top right-hand corner, and every Thursday. So tell your friends you can find this on YouTube.
Okay, so push cards are only in reference to political promotion.
Yeah, I understand. I call everything a push card, but they are political. They're called push cards, yes. Right. I'm sorry, but there is a such thing as a push card. Tell them.
Like literally, all the search results have to do with politicalness.
It's the way I'm wired. But tell the people there's a such thing as push cards.
That is a reference to marketing materials for political campaigns.
Okay, well, you can't find the political push cards at the chamber. My God, I would have thought I could get through the 30 minutes.
Just checking you.
Folks, we'll be back next Thursday at 8:30 a.m. with Carla's Corner. You have a nice week. I hope the rain moves out of the way, at least so I can cut the grass and we can enjoy all of our weekend events, right? And tell Charlie he has to watch Handmaid's Tales. I don't understand what the problem is. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, more politics. Take us a break.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business, and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World. In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World. In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Well, this seems to be the hour. Now, I have nothing prepared for this hour. And I'll tell you why I have nothing prepared for it. Because I had to go get pancakes this morning. And I took my prep time for the show. And I went over to IHOP and had pancakes. So I'm not ready. I'm just nowhere near ready, Amanda. But let's tell them how to contact the show if I had some information to talk about. 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com. Also follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. Find our Facebook page. Fetcher News, and our Facebook page, FYNTV. And also, we'd like for you to... YouTube. There's where I was at. FYNTV Fetcher News YouTube channel. Okay. Let's do this. I want to go here. Well, let me check, because I was in the middle of some things actually with Carla before she left. We were talking about some things. So let me double check to see if there's any fresh tweets from the President of the United States. Had not an opportunity to check that out. I said when we opened the show, and this is not a joke, folks, when you watch everything going on in the world, I mean, you almost wonder, like, do you believe in UFOs? Because there's not... I mean, what is the explanation for the Chuck Todds, the Joy Reids, the Lawrence O'Donnells? What is the explanation for the Al Sharptons, the Joey Behars? You know, what is the, how do you explain Don Lemon? How do you explain the left going off the rails? Okay, off the rails. There has to be a such thing as UFOs. They must beam those people up there, abduct them, do a little probing, and send them back down to CNN. It's either it's UFOs or they're the product of the public school system. I don't know what. Thank you, Jimmy Carter. Now, the President of the United States, an hour ago, said that, see, it says it was an hour ago. I don't know if this is correct. I thought this happened yesterday. But anyhow, talking about Roseanne, we don't want day 2 in Roseanne world, but Iger, president of ABC, where is my call for an apology? You and ABC have offended millions of people, and they deemed a response, and they demand a response. How is Brian Ross doing? Now, I tell you this, if you're new to the show, let me tell you again, if you're in the show, if you've watched the show and you're a regular viewer, just bear with me. I have waited X number of years for a president of the United States to say it. Now, you out there have too. Maybe you just don't want to admit it, because I'm going to tell you something. Let me bring this up to Trump world, okay, and Twitter, and why I love that President Trump tweets and is after the media and keeps their head spinning off. Okay, we have watched for years all of the debates, okay? We have watched the debates for years, okay? We watched Candy Crowley, demasculate, if that was possible, Mitt Romney, okay? Sit down and shut up, Mitt. We've watched for years, and we have said over and over and over for years, when will one of these candidates stand up to the media? When will they go after the media? When will they quit kissing their ass, thinking that the media may like them? And as you always hear me say, the worst day a Republican has is when they think the media likes them. And we waited for that. And I'll tell you, we came close a couple times. I mean, there's a couple times George W. said something that was almost there, and you were like, George, why didn't you say this? You and I watched these press conferences, okay? We watched them. We watched debates. We watched the roundtable shows. And we would say to the politician, candidate, senator, congressman, or the president of the United States, we would hear them go right to the edge. And we would say, why did you pull back? Why didn't you just say this? Why didn't you say that? Think about how many Sunday mornings on those shows for years, or debates, or whatever, that your president of the United States, you said, why didn't you say that? You have the guy now. Donald Trump. Donald Trump says what we always said. Why didn't you say that? Why did you let them away with that? He doesn't do it. Excuse me. Now, we got close with Newt Gingrich in South Carolina in a primary debate. Remember that night? Newt Gingrich, South Carolina primary debate. We got close because Newt went after the media, and that was big. We liked that. We enjoyed that. Okay? And that's when we realized this could work. But Donald Trump, I've waited for years. You remember Brian Ross with the fake news story that he got suspended? ABC, Iger, where is my apology? You remember? You and ABC have offended millions of people, and they demand a response. How is Brian Ross doing? How is Brian Ross, by the way? He tanked the market with an ABC lie, yet no apology, double standard. Do you remember what happened in the stock market? The day that Brian Ross came out and told a lie. You remember that about the President of the United States? You remember the stock market crashed immediately on a lie told by Brian Ross at MSNBC? ABC, my apology. They lie everywhere, so I get them confused. At ABC, you remember that? It tanked. You cost millions of dollars, millions of Americans. You never apologize. Okay? You canceled Roseanne. Okay? No apology. That was an hour ago. By the way, how's Brian Ross doing? The corrupt mainstream media is working overtime, not to mention the infiltration of people, spies, informants, if that's what you want to call them, informants into my campaign. Surveillance much? Really? Donald Trump hot on the Twitter feed this morning. Now, this is what I'm telling you. Put up City Slickers one more time, and I'll just get away from that. Okay? You got a guy? Put up City Slickers. There you go. City Slickers. I always said it. Now put up Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani years ago discussing the big picture. And Joe DeGeneva. And you notice Donald Trump never comes on Twitter. It says Joe was on TV last night and got it wrong. Or let me correct Joe. Or he doesn't go on Twitter and say Rudy's, just a bumbling idiot because he didn't get his nap. No. The three of them are up to something. So those are your tweets from the President of the United States this morning, and more of them going up. But remember, Brian Ross tanked the stock market. We'll look at that during the break. Okay. Now, one thing I want to do before we move any further, we're going to do some national news, but relax. Yes, Mike Pompeo. Put the picture of Mike up there. Mike Pompeo is eating dinner last night in a Manhattan high-rise with the assistant chief to the assistant chief to the assistant chief to the big guy in North Korea. They got all these things, they got all these levels and layers. He's like the next in line to the big guy, right? And they're having steak. Now, I want to look at this right here. Doesn't Pompeo look like the kind of guy that if he said, let's go to dinner, because we're going to have meat and potatoes and some corn, right? Pompeo just looks like the guy from Kansas, right? We're going to have steak. Kansas City Steakhouse. The Cattle Run downtown. At the Cattle Run in Kansas City, right? That's what's the big downtown the cattle auction there where they would move them in and move them out. But anyhow, Mike Pompeo there from Kansas. Hey, let's go have some steak. But anyhow, we'll talk about that in a minute. Here's what I want to talk about. Folks, put Amazon up. Okay? Now, I will not get over this, but we'll talk about this a little bit. But I want to bring it up because, okay, Amazon, they found some criteria that Amazon is looking at for picking HQ2. All right. Now, what's on the screen, if you Google it, those are all the areas, as you can see, Atlanta, but it's narrowed down to 10 now, I think. Okay. It's narrowed down to 10, and they're picking all of the, there's a criteria, and I'm trying to pull it up here now, housing market. Okay. So one of the criteria is Amazon HQ2 finalists ranked by housing market health, okay? Raleigh, North Carolina ranks #1 with affordable homes above average. School scores, Boston ranks last with poor home affordability below average school scores, okay? But when they go over, Boston is last, Raleigh is #1, who is #2? #2 is Atlanta. All right. Now, this was just released. Okay. This just came out May 31st. That'd be today. This came out this morning, this article. I keep up with HQ2. H2Q, Q2H, whatever the hell it is. H2O. Amazon, HQ2. I keep up with it. I Google it about 3 times a week, see if there's something new. All right. Now, I don't like to yell corporate welfare because I've heard that out of the mouths of some real whack jobs, but I do not believe in corporate welfare. I do not believe in some of these deals in the billions of dollars of rebates, tax abatement for these corporations to move in to help continue to turn the state blue. I have a pet peeve with that here in Georgia, and you need to listen to it nationwide. So, several factors analyzed in the ranking where median home prices, 5-year home price appreciation, affordability, average school test, crime rate, property tax, environmental hazard risk, each of the 19 geographies where, places where each of these 7 categories with a total score combined. So they're putting these categories together for a total score. Atlanta ranked 2, okay? 2, all right? Raleigh was $235,000, medium home pricing, Atlanta $220. 5-year, 69%, 26%. Price to income ratio, 3.69, 3.68. Average school score, 1.1399 in Atlanta. Crime rate, effective property tax, right there and pretty close. Environmental hazard risk index, overall rank. So when they put all of these 7 test scores together, Raleigh came in number 1, Atlanta came in number 2. All right? Just Google it. Amazon HQ2 real estate rankings. All right? They put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 criteria together. An overall rank, Raleigh 1, Atlanta 2. Now, here's what it's going to come down to. What will we give away? Now, what will we give away? So, what did cities actually offer Amazon? Okay, and I'm not gonna go through this. Larry Hogan, Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, announced a new law to free up $8.5 billion in tax incentives for the state. And Newark, New Jersey, doesn't have the money to pay their pensions. Newark has partnered with New Jersey to offer $7 billion. Atlanta and Chicago, too, are said to be offering between $1 and $2 billion. They have not released. So listen, you think Maryland offering $8.5 billion and New Jersey offering $7 billion? Let's go back to the ranking. Let's see where Maryland is. Montgomery County, Maryland is number 9 on the ranking, okay? They're not 1 and 2 like Raleigh and Atlanta. They're number 9, and look what they're offering. Okay, let's go down to Chicago. Chicago made it number 14. And look, they're at 14. Now, Newark, New Jersey, which is offering $7 billion in deals, okay, for HQ2 of Amazon, is all the way down the list at number 17 out of 20. So what is Atlanta? What is Georgia? What are you making a deal? Now I say it, no pun intended, his name's Nathan Deal. And for a good reason. He has made a lot of deals for these corporations, which you know my feelings is, I'm glad we got jobs that's moved into the state, and I'm glad it spurred the economy, but it sure as hell has moved the state from red to possibly purple in just a couple years because we've imported liberal Democrats to work here. HQ2, really, out of Seattle? First flight, okay? Just saying, all right? And you wonder why Nathan Deal in 8 years will not sign a religious liberty bill, period, or the heartbeat bill on abortion? Really? You can't figure it out? Well, he's not Nathan Deal for nothing. Now, what we need to know in Georgia, and you need to demand, you need to call your state representative. You need to call your state senator, not federal, not your U.S. representative or your U.S. senator. You need to call your state senator today. You need to call your state representative today, and you need to start demanding what is the giveaway, what is the deal. Now, I'll tell you who I think knows. I think Casey Cagle knows, because I'll tell you what. Remember the reports, and I think this should be in the campaign, because I told you to pay attention. That right after the election, all right, you would see something on Amazon. Well, May 31st, we're seeing some floating of the new HQ2 rankings. Now, I don't know if they're waiting till November. I don't know if they are to make a decision. But I'll tell you this much. Remember, Governor Nathan Deal said he would call a special session in the state of Georgia, right? I tell you this, if there's a deal, if they're close to a deal, if we're getting ready to call a special session to make a deal for Amazon HQ2, my guess is there's three people that definitely know that. That would be the Governor, Nathan Deal. That would be the Speaker of the House, David Ralston. And that would be the Lieutenant Governor, Casey Cagle, who happens to be running for governor now. Okay? So watch after November if they could keep this moving till after November. But I'm going to tell you something. Wouldn't that be a really big parting gift for Governor Nathan Deal to give away billions of dollars in tax revenue and corporate welfare while you and I in Georgia work 60 and 70 hours a week in small business? Don't believe all this political garbage that they keep telling you. I want to make sure that we create an environment in Georgia where small business has just as good a chance, equal playing, equal footing on the field with these big corporations. I will see to small business having every chance. There's a little thing we used to say, BS. We won't say that. BS, okay? Because guess what? I'll tell you what. Let's just do this. Exempt all taxes for small business for 1 year. What is that? 6-7 billion? Right? I mean, what's that in the scheme of $1 billion Mercedes-Benz dome? What's that in the scheme of the tax revenue you've given away to these corporations? What's that in the scheme of the possible giveaway to Amazon? So just do it 1 year. I'll tell you what. Just answer me, because I don't want you to get into this, Amanda. Do they still have the tax-free holiday for kids to buy things to go back to school? Yes. They do? Okay. Just checking. So my point is, what will be the deal? 3 people know it. It's time to put pressure on the state of Georgia and our elected officials to say, what are you planning to do to try to move Amazon in here? Because I'm telling you what, this just came out yesterday. You Google it, real estate rankings, Amazon put out. Atlanta makes number 2 on the list, right behind Raleigh. And you know Nathan Deal wants it. Oh, God, you know. All right, I'm going to take a brief break, set up another story. I can only do so much HQ2. I think Casey Cagle needs to tell us how much. Nathan Deal, David Ralston, you people need to tell us how much the deal is and what's really going on, because it should be transparent to the taxpayers. It's our money. It's our decision. It's only your vote till you get voted out. Take us a break.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
I've the truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love because I've had the time of my life. I've never felt like this before, 'cause I've had the time of my life.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Better days ahead.
Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ella, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ella. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World. In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Okay, it is 9:30. That means we have to go into rapid fire. All these gun references with shootings. Rapid fire mode, meaning we have 30 minutes and a lot to do. So let's put up Kim Kardashian. Okay, Kim Kardashian goes to meet with the President of the United States yesterday. And I have a picture there of her somewhere. There she is. And that's her with the President of the United States. The New York Post. I'm telling you, go to the New York Post and check out their front page sometimes. The New York Post has some of the best headlines. And yesterday the headline read, the rump, Trump meets the rump. So, and then this is the New York Post, not BKP. The New York Post wrote, Trump meets with Kim Thong-un. Okay, so Kim Thong-un. Sorry, folks, New York Post tabloid news for you. So that was the first meeting there yesterday, so she can get her great granny out of the clink. And also D'Souza, is that his name? D'Souza, the President of the United States, is going to pardon D'Souza. You know it if you're in the conservative world. I don't have time to go into that. He will pardon D'Souza, I think that's his name. And I want to say thank you, Mr. President, for doing that. Now, Brian Kemp, on a daily basis, we promised you yesterday on this show, take the picture down, that we're going to analyze every stinking move they make. That's not bad, right? Okay, something can be smelly here. There are politicians that would bring up the odor in the room. Anyhow, so we're going to analyze everything, though. So this is a Casey Cagle freshly released campaign commercial this morning against his opponent, Brian Kemp. Roll the tape.
So, Mr. Kemp, you want my vote?
I sure do.
Well, why'd you default on $700,000 worth of loans you personally guaranteed for a grain processor?
Oh, well, now
And why'd you refuse to pay farmers millions of dollars you owed them for their crops?
Well, now, on that...
And why'd the state suspend your license from doing business with farmers?
Okay, now that
Shame on you, Brian Kemp. Get off my porch.
Brian Kemp, incompetent, untrustworthy.
Wow. So could that be the reason he wanted to run against Brian Kemp? Could that be it? You know, somebody sent me in a campaign on election night after the results came in, and I made a mention of wonder what the Cagle-Kemp runoff will look like. And somebody sent me back scorched earth. Scorched earth. Well, now, so let me just put something out there for you to ponder. Don't you ever like to just ponder something? I mean, come on, we're in the South, right? So when it's warm out and you're in the South and peaches are in and you know, and you got your dog, and the dog's laying on the porch, and you like to ponder, you know what I mean? So sit back in that rocking chair on that front porch and just ponder the strategery, as George W. would say, of why Cagle released the family-friendly, loving Christian husband ad through his wife, Nita Cagle. Now, why did Nita, now don't take this wrong, folks, but why did the Cagle campaign release the Stand By My Man? I met him at Christian camp as a young man playing football, and he has been a great dad. He has been a Christian leader and all the above. Watch the video. Why did they release that really nice video of Stand By My Man first, and then the attack on Brian Kemp right behind it? Why is it 3 days? What's the strategery behind the Cagle? I think I know. There's an old saying of get out in front of something. You know, politics school. Says, get out. So I'm just saying, I don't know, but I'm watching, and you're watching too, and let's watch together and talk about it. So why does which I like Casey Cagle, I like Brian Kemp. They're two good candidates. But this is politics, folks. This is all, hey, all's fair in love, war, and politics. So Casey Cagle's camp, let's see. They put out the very nice, I mean, that was wholesome. I mean, that is a video you would play in your Sunday school class. Nita Cagle coming out. What a godly man Casey Cagle is. A family man. I first remember seeing him at the Christian athletes, the Future Christian Athletes Association dinner. And I was just taken by this young man, and he has been a good father and a husband all these years. So why did they put that ad out that you would play in Sunday school? And then right behind it, they would tweet out, the Casey Cagle camp would tweet out, let's keep up with this, blaming Brian Kemp for the 9-week runoff. Blaming him for the 9-week runoff, when it used to be 3 weeks. And there's the argument because a federal judge in 1986 said, the Federal Election Act of 1986 said that if you are abroad, not abroad, if you lived abroad, whatever the hell, right? If you were out there somewhere, UFO, you've been abducted, but you want to vote. In 1986, the federal government said you have 45 days to get your ballot in. So if you're in Germany or you're somewhere traveling or you're, whatever, or you're on a mission from God, you can, missionary, don't make fun of it, okay? You got 45 days to get your ballot in, okay? Period. So there's the argument that that's the federal act. Well, Georgia was taken to court because our runoffs were 3 weeks after at this time, okay? Primary, runoff, 3 weeks. So we're taken to federal court. Federal court says, no. Your runoffs have to be 9 weeks, 45 days. Have to be. Now, there's an argument well, wait a minute, this is a state election. That's a federal election. So let's confuse things. Let's make federal 9 weeks and state 3 weeks, right? That's the argument I would hear from people. This is 3 weeks. So what the person that tells me, or anybody that tells me, well, that's a federal decision, we're talking about a state election. Does it actually apply? And shouldn't the primary be 3 weeks? Well, wait a minute. So what you're saying is, if you live in Gilmer County and you have to travel for work and you got called away, you're a contractor and you're somewhere in the middle of nowhere, but this is your residence, this is where you live. What you're saying is you need to lose your right to vote for commissioner. You need to lose your right to vote for the runoff in the commissioner's race. You need to lose your right to vote for your senator, your congressman, your state representative. You need to lose all your rights to vote because you left, because that's state. But federal, you could have 45 days. So that's the argument I heard from someone yesterday. Really? Okay. But anyhow, Cagle, staying put, make my point. The Sunday school ad, stand by your man. Nita Cagle, nice. Casey's just a good family man. Always has been, always will be. All right. Now, I'm just not making fun of it, but that's the one they put out, the wholesome, nice ad, to get maybe out in front. That was out in front for some reason. And then they have the tweet blaming Brian Kemp for the 9, because he's Secretary of State. It's your fault it takes 9 weeks in Georgia. It used to only take 3 weeks. It's all your fault. Well, then Cagle's camp released, hey, look, that's a federal law that boom, we have to abide by. And then there's this ad talking about financial things through Brian Kemp, maybe as a private business owner, I'm not for sure, defaulting on loans and stuff. But you remember, this one's out front. The wholesome ad is out front. So let's see what Kemp does now with this scorched earth ad. Get off my porch. Let me tell you something, okay? Now, a lot of you damn people call me a damn Yankee. And you know what a damn Yankee is? There's a difference in a Yankee and a damn Yankee. A damn Yankee is a Yankee that just won't go back home. And damn Yankees just will not go back home. I understand all that, okay? But don't try to get me in a Southern mannerism test. Mama and Daddy lived in the South. I was raised in the Southern home. Just happened to be north of the Mason-Dixon line. But don't test me on my Southern mannerism. Now get off of my porch. Oh, you don't understand in the South. See, there's still people that understand that, okay? See, the reason the shotgun resonated on so many levels with Brian Kemp and Jake is because some people in the South, other places too, really remember the old reference, shotgun wedding, okay? Shotgun wedding, period. Say it whether you like it or not. So there are some references. So let me tell you something. For some people, when you tell somebody to get off my porch, oh, you don't understand what you just did. Now in the South, somebody walks up on your porch and you say, you need to get off my porch, and you need to get off my porch now. That's different. That's different. That's, hey man, that's throwing down right there. The die has been cast. So we'll see where that's going. Sears may be closing more stores. You should clip that and put it up, Amanda. If you put it up, you'll get 1 billion views. I'm serious. You should. That's good information, Amanda. If we're going to keep track of all of this race and analyze it the way we do, you need to put it up. I'm just telling you. I got it. There you go. I can always trust Amanda on that end to just say, I got it. Okay, Sears is closing. Amanda, I owe you an apology. Well, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Do you have anything this morning? Okay, hang tight. You know I sent you a picture of that, right? All right, hang tight. You can have that. Okay. Yes, I wanted to do that too. It's on the list because I sent you the tweet. Sears is closing more stores as sales shrink. Okay, I just want to take a minute. Okay, look, Sears is closing more stores. You know, I'm sorry they didn't keep up with. Now, Sears was ahead of their time. And it's interesting that Sears was so far ahead of their time that they lost track of how to compete in today's market, okay? Now, Sears was so ahead of their time because you and I both, take that out of my ear, please. You and I both remember the Sears order centers, okay? So let's just go down memory row just for a minute, okay? Sears closing more stores. You remember you got the catalog, it was this big. It was the wish book, the catalog, all right? And you beat your brother up because you wanted to look at that's how you pick Christmas. How the hell else did you get anything for Christmas? You went to the Sears catalog, right? And you picked out your football jerseys. And you know, so you got to beat up your brother, which is Jerry, and then your sister wants to look at Barbie dolls, and then the other sister wants to look at the Little Peoples and all. I mean, it was a mess, but you had the wish book. I mean, it was ripped apart by the time that thing got done. And then there was the 800 number, whatever, the order center. And you tell them the order center is Hackettstown, New Jersey. That's right, Hackettstown, New Jersey was the order center. And that's it. And you ordered everything there. And it was an awesome day when you drove into town and picked up that big box. And it was from Sears. And you went home and opened it and all the, and the Toughskins. You remember that? When they would iron half of a Clorox bottle in the knees of a pair of pants that were checkered and striped? And it didn't matter if you played for 72 hours straight and slid on your knees. Nothing was happening to those Toughskins. I mean, a mom could buy Toughskins at the age 8, and you get, you know, they would be a little high. You know, say, hey, is it going to rain outside? You can still be wearing them at 12. The knees would still be in them, right? So, I mean, remember the days. It was great, the order centers. So you go down there, you pick up everything from the order center. Sears was awesome. I mean, do you realize you used to could buy a house out of Sears? Yes, they delivered a house. You can go in the catalog, buy the house, and they delivered the whole package. Illinois is full of houses. Illinois is absolutely full of neighborhoods that are Sears houses from the early 1900s, where you could order a house. But you remember Roebuck, Sears and Roebuck? It was years ago, it was Sears and Roebuck. But anyhow, they might be closed. Hey, they knew to call. They knew to take the order. They knew to fill the order and send it to a center. Sounds a little like an Amazon now, right? Interesting. Why didn't they keep that ball rolling when they were the leader? Not even JCPenney's had what Sears did. I mean, I'll never forget the wish book Christmas, man. You go through there, you know, and pick out everything for your Christmas. It came from Sears catalog. Anyhow, Sears may be closing more stores. Let me make sure, because Amanda does have a story here. Okay, we got some more Trump. Okay, I got to get some more Trump in here, all right? I already said this, but it came out 27 minutes ago, so let's see. Not that it matters, but I never fired James Comey because of Russia. The corrupt mainstream media loves to keep pushing that narrative, but they know it's not true. City slickers, folks. Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, and Joseph DeGenova. Why do I know how to pronounce? Now, 30 minutes ago, very good meetings with North Korea. Pompeo and the head guy had steak last night. Hey, good meetings with North Korea. And 27 minutes ago, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, I will be giving a full pardon to Deshay D'Souza today. He was treated very unfairly by our government. By our government. Now, he's not pardoning, great-great-granny from Kim Kardashian that was trumped up, as they call, drug charge, a little misdemeanor drug charge, and she's, great-great-granny's in prison. He says our government. He is pardoning. You got to understand how big this is with D'Souza. If you read any of the books, I've got his books, okay? You have watched his documentary. You have watched the reason the government, the federal government, put him in prison. All right, you listen to friggin', he did his time. Pay attention to this. This guy did his time. You watch MSNBC and Chuck oh my God, Trump has praise for Russia that imprisons journalists. While there's this guy went to prison. Yes, I watched the whole thing of him going to prison and doing his time and getting released. Yes, got sent to prison. The big thing on this pardon is I will be giving a full pardon to Deshay, I think his name is D'Souza, today. He was treated very unfairly by our government. Our government. He is pardoning somebody that our government convicted unfairly. Oh, I tell you what, I've been waiting for Donald Trump for plus years, Jack. I've been waiting for years. Okay? I'm on board. Tweet away, Mr. President. Now, Ambien, the makers of Ambien released a statement yesterday. I know we have the tweet. Amanda, let's get that story in before we close up shop today, because God knows we need to hear from the pharmaceutical company. All right, Amanda, what do you got?
You just love the boldness. Okay, so Trump sends out a tweet, and we briefly talked about that. But the tweet says, Bob Iger of ABC called Valerie Jarrett, and this is all going back to Roseanne, by the way.
Right.
So Bob Iger of ABC called Valerie Jarrett to let her know that ABC does not tolerate comments like those made by Roseanne Barr. Gee, he never called President Donald J. Trump to apologize for the horrible statements made and said about me on ABC. Maybe I just didn't get the call. Which we totally talked about earlier, because it's just one-sided and it's not fair. Well, then, the company, Sanofi of Ambien, they have to put their 2 cents in, and they remark, people of all races, religions, and nationality work at Sanofi every day to improve the lives of people around the world. While all pharmaceutical treatments have side effects, racism is not a known side effect of any Sanofi medication. What does Lisa always say every time we have one of those pharmaceutical commercials that are on TV when they do the side effect disclaimer, and she's wondering if are we going to die from the side effects? Exactly where I'm going with this.
Right?
So, no, it may not cause racism, but Sanofi has been linked to multiple homicides and depression and everything else, but not racism. Not racism.
What is linked to racism? Interesting. So the pharmaceutical company has set us straight, and for the first time has come out that I'm aware of and made mention that it was not linked to racism. I there's, Tom Arnold, which is Roseanne's ex-husband, said that, there's a school of thought out there that Roseanne, they were going to cancel Roseanne anyway, and this was their out. Okay? There's a lot of people. In fact, I know Rush said it yesterday, but I want to make sure the audience knows Lisa said it before Rush, not even BKP.
I thought that.
Lisa said it before Rush yesterday. Rush said it. Lisa said it. Lisa said they were going to get rid of her. They were looking for her. They're out, and they found it. And now ABC is trying to come out and saying, well, they're the. I tell you what, I figured it out. They pulled a play out of Michelle Obama's playbook. Yeah. Remember when they go low, we go high? Mm-hmm. It just dawned on me. They pulled the Michelle Obama move.
They did.
Because Roseanne went low, ABC said, here's our chance to go high. There you go.
I think there was a little grain of, they did the premiere and everything and the reunion, and I don't think that they could have taken it where they wanted to like it was years ago. I think, it's just done, and it was exciting to see everybody again, but I do think that this was their outlet to cancel the show, and they also wanted to make an example of Roseanne Barr as a liberal community.
Let's say this, okay? Wanda Sykes, first, is the executive producer, or was. She is a lesbian, black. First of all, let me ask you a question. Did you know Valerie Jarrett is black? I didn't know she's black. I swear to God, it wasn't till, see, the outroar, I have to tell you the truth. I mean, I look at people, I don't give a damn if you're black, orange, like Trump. Trump's a little on the orange side. If you're black, white, purple, I don't know what you are. And I tell you what, there's people, I mean, this woman, if you go right now and you look at a picture of Rachel Dolezal, whatever her name was, that was a little white freckled kid that claimed she was black. You remember her?
Yes.
Okay. Go pull up a picture of her and then put a picture of Valerie Jarrett next to her. I didn't know Valerie Jarrett is black. I didn't know that. That was new to me. I don't even care. I know Valerie Jarrett is born in Iranian born, from Chicago, went to Washington with Obama, transitioned Obama, stayed 8 years, transitioned him to the ghost post White House that he's trying to run government, okay, down the street. So anyhow, I didn't care black or white. But the uproar, do you realize the uproar is A, being called a monkey, but B, a black woman being called a monkey. I didn't know she was black. Did you?
I thought she was Iranian.
I did too. I thought she had a foreign look. I know. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know he didn't just say a foreign look. All right. I know he didn't say. Yeah. I can tell you're a Greek. Okay. I'm sorry. Damn it. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's the Ambien. I only had 7 minutes to go and my career is over. Dead. Boom. So I didn't know. I thought I didn't know. I didn't not know that she is black. So the uproar is she's black, so they love that. They love that, okay? She's a woman, and they called her a monkey. What the hell? But I will say this, and I don't care. I'm going to say it out loud, and I'm going to put you on the spot. Because it's been on websites, it has been on news cycles, everything. Have you had a chance to see the picture on all the social media everywhere of Valerie Jarrett next to this monkey they claim she looks like or resembles?
I have.
It's all over. It's not me, right? I didn't do it. Not me. So you look a little Greek, What the heck, So, where were we going with that? Oh, yeah, here's the thing. What cracks me up, and I had something else. I get to do something else before we leave. But what cracks me up is the fact that conservatives, which I watched, and I did enjoy there was so much hoopla, but keeping up with things with the media and stuff, I had to watch and see what everybody's talking about. So I watched the first couple of shows, and I did like the references Roseanne was making, and I did like that. There was a little nostalgia, who they are, where they came from, it played well, seeing them all come back, say, oh, wow, look, they've grown up, the two Beckys. And then Roseanne throws out a couple positive Trump things. And I said, okay, I like this. But the reality is conservatives that are screaming over Roseanne Barr getting fired and the show getting canceled, I'm with you on the whole freedom of speech, everything like I'm with you on that, okay? The double standard, I'm with you. If you're watching the show, it's just too much. Joy Reid, you know I'm with you. But the thing that's interesting is the conservatives that are upset when Roseanne's show has the little boy that's transgender that they accept, okay? The words accept. So they accept the little boy. The first episode, he's wearing a tutu, he's wearing a dress, and Dan says he's going to get beat up in school, all right? And really tells the daughter, hey, you're going to let your kid go to school dressed like that? He's going to get beat up, blah, blah, blah. Lanford kids are going to, beat this kid up. So the second episode or the one episode, Dan accepts him for who he is, okay? Because although he wants to wear a tutu and a dress, he plays basketball. And so they have an accepting moment of the transgender kid that's cross-dressing. That's like 9, 8. Okay? And they have a you can feel how you want moment and be who you want. And that's what we express yourself. So that kid's on there. And then they have the boy, I forget the DJ or whatever, and his wife, okay, is over, and they're both in the military, so we respect the military, and their daughter is black. Okay? Hey, cool. I'm just saying these are the facts. So DJ comes home. So here's the family makeup, that's all out in left field, all mixed up. And I said yesterday, no jokes aside, they kicked the mom out of the nursing home. Why? Because she was doing all the old guys. Watch the episode. Oh, hell, you can't. They took it away. All right? So you understand what I'm saying? And everybody's screaming about this show that is actually like, do you realize it's kind of crazy as hell to begin with? Anyhow, that's enough. Amanda, thank you. Did you have anything else on that? I didn't mean to take that away from you, but
no, it's okay. I didn't have anything else, but
so the takeaway from the story is a side effect of Ambien is not racism.
Yeah.
So if you are taking Ambien and you say something, you still could be charged with a hate crime.
We don't have time, but if I could break down the medical of what Ambien actually does to your brain and any other benzo. As long as racism isn't part of those symptoms, it's all good. But
Okay, two things. I got to go here because we got to go. It's time for Dave Garner instant replay. But I got to say this. All right, I told you this. All right. The talks went very well. Put Mike Pompeo up. They had steak, corn, and potatoes last night. And this is the head guy from North Korea. This is their This is their advanced team. All right, it's a guy, and he's got somebody with him that's keeping his luggage with him. Okay, so anyhow, wait a minute. I had this article earlier. They took it away from me. They want me to sign up. What the hell? So anyhow, Kim Jong-un is interested in putting a hamburger stand. Who would have thought in Australia? I pulled up an article in Australia. I wanted to read it. I don't want to subscribe to it. I want to read it. Son of a gun. Anyhow, Kim Jong-un has decided he'll put up a whole string of hamburger stands. Now, you knew this was going to happen. I'm telling you right now, write this down. Once the deal is done, they do the denuclearization, a whole entire market's going to be open to the United States of America's businesses. Watch and see. There's going to be the McDonald's, and there's going to be the KFC, and there's going to be the Taco Bell, and a parting gift for the little fat guy. The little fat guy with glasses and the bad haircut will be a Chevy. He will get a Chevy. Equinox, Knockox, whatever they're calling them, Impalas, he will get a Chevy. And I think he deserves one. I want him to get a Chevy. I want it nice. I want power. I want him to have power windows, Pandora radio, whatever he wants. I'm your host, BKP. It's time for Dave Garner's Instant Replay. Stay put. The only live online morning show / sports show, whatever it is coming up right now.
And a good morning, everyone. It is time for episode number 6 of the Instant Replay. Hello, everyone. Dave Garner with you right here on FYNTV.com, and this is the Instant Replay. It is the fastest moving hour and the only hour of nonstop sports talk online live in North Georgia. And we are glad to have you with us on a new day and a new time, but just for this week. Next week, the show will return in its normal time slot, Mondays live from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. immediately following BKP and Good Morning from the Office. But Memorial Day weekend yesterday was a day off for a lot of you and for us as well. But we still wanted to get a show on the air this week, and so that's why we're coming to you today on Tuesday. We did have to shift the time, so we do apologize for that. But the show will air the next couple of days, Wednesday and Thursday right here. So if you're watching Wednesday and Thursday, you're indeed watching an encore replay. However, if you are watching on Tuesday, what's today? Is today the 29th or 30th? I believe it's the 30th, actually. It's the 29th. Okay, so good. So I don't even know what date it is anymore. Such a lot, Memorial Day weekend comes and goes. We had all the graduations Friday and Saturday. So today, if you're watching on the 29th, and you indeed are watching this program live right now on FYNTV.com. This is the Instant Replay, as I said, and we are highlighting and promoting student athletes in a positive way. And if it happens in North Georgia, we're all over it. And speaking of, we've got our man with us, Luther Kinsey, behind the glass today, along with Amanda Evans, our producer. How you guys doing? How was that the long weekend? I know you guys enjoyed it. Amanda, your rare day off yesterday. So
I know. It wasn't long enough.
Man, it never is. It never is. Did y'all get any lake time? Any time in the water this weekend anywhere?
Me and you were on Allatoona on the same day.
I saw that.
I know.
I was looking at your pictures. I was like, wait a minute.
I know.
And you didn't even hit me up. You didn't even message me or anything. No, I'm just teasing. But yeah,
down there, and I was like, I didn't see them.
I know. I saw that later on in the evening. I think after I got home or late, I was like, wow. Now, of course, you're down that way a little bit, and I've got friends down that way. I grew up on Lake Allatoona, so
yeah.
That's like my home lake. So I was very much at home over the weekend for sure. So Luther, how about you? What did you pull together?
Well, after a late Friday night and early Saturday morning of graduation coverage, the only water I enjoyed was the rain falling from the sky.
Absolutely. And we may have a lot more of that this week, too, with all the tropical depressions and storms and hurricanes or what have you. So hopefully things will be well. I had a text from a friend earlier this morning down in Florida, and they said the weather was actually pretty nice down there right now. So you know how those storms, they kind of skirt and they move around, and you were telling me, Luther, too, I guess Friday night, Fannin County graduation, and Storm kind of did the same thing, just kind of moved around the area a little bit. So
it twisted all around Fannin County High School, and it would come to us and then dissipate. But about probably 15 to 20 miles west, I didn't see it move on the radar for 2 hours. It just they had to get a lot of rain. And speaking of a lot of rain and tropical depressions, Alabama, the center of this tropical depression was coming up through Birmingham, and they were projected, from what I was told, 10 to 12 inches of rain. Because it wasn't a fast mover at all. It was not a fast mover.
Well, so yeah, that's what happens a lot.
I'm going to say a little prayer for those, because that's a lot of rain.
That is a lot of rain. Well, that's what happens. Those storms, they get in an area and they stall. They just rotate in the same area, and that's why. And we've had that happen here over the years. I mean, I've remembered the days when the Gilmer County Rec Department was underwater, from the way the rivers kind of come into LJ, and all that. So yeah, we definitely want to keep those folks in mind, anyone in the path of any storms for sure, especially the potential for flooding. But we're looking forward to a great show here today. As always, you can call us. Our number is 706-889-9700. You can also email us with any information you have about local sports, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this in a moment. But Team FYN Sports at FetcherNews.com. I ran into a guy, and speaking of graduations and things, I had the opportunity last week to present American History Awards on behalf of the company that I work for, Woodman Life, and we recognize 5th grade students across the country every year, and presented an award to a young man named Philip Jacks at Harmony Elementary School in Pickens County, and got to talking to his dad afterwards, and his dad was telling me that Philip is actually a very good, accomplished wrestler for a traveling club wrestling team, and he placed in the state, may have even won state in a couple of the different events. There's 3 styles, of course, of wrestling. You have Greco-Roman, traditional, and freestyle. And also, let's see, what you got? Greco-Roman, you've got freestyle, and then you had, what, I'm trying to think. There's the other one. Anyway, my wrestling folks have to bail me out on that. Drawing a blank this morning. But anyway, this young man is very accomplished in all 3 of those styles. Folk style, that's the other one. And but anyway, it got me to thinking, and I said, I'm going to mention this on my show. So the invitation is out there, folks. If you have children or grandchildren or siblings that are playing ball, even if they're in the 5th grade, it's not just about high school sports. We want to get that information out there. Folks like young Philip Jacks are excelling not only in the classroom, but on the field or on the mat or on the track or court or wherever it may be. And so we want to hear from you guys. Let us know how your kids and your grandkids are doing right here by emailing that information to us at teamfynsports@FetcherNews.com. All right, we've got an exciting hour planned here. We're already into it. So, man, we've got a lot of stuff to share with you, a lot of high school news. But I want to start last night. Did you guys catch the Game 7s over the last couple of days of the NBA playoffs? Last night, Golden State able to defeat Houston. Both the Cavs and Warriors going to do it again for the 4th straight time. Both of those teams having to go on the road in their respective Game 7s and win. Of course, the Warriors over the Rockets last night. The other night, the Cavs, of course, over the Celtics. What a series, though. I mean, both series just crazy. A lot of folks have criticized it, saying the games weren't really all that competitive, but you could tell in those Game 7s, those guys were putting it on the line there, no doubt about it. I don't know if you guys and they're caught any of it. I know, Amanda, you're a huge NBA fan, I mean, just unbelievable. Houston, get this though, the Rockets missed 27 three-pointers in a row at one point last night. 27 missed three-point shots in a row by the Rockets. The game ended up being an 11-12 point game. If the Rockets would have hit, I don't know, 20%, if that, they'd have won that game. They'd have been head of the finals. But nonetheless, you're on your home floor in Game 7. Sometimes the pressure gets to you a little bit, so it's just one of those things. Warriors and Cavs, though, going at it starting, I believe, Thursday this week in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Going to be a lot of fun.
Go Warriors.
Yeah, there you go. My kids, I don't know what it is. They're just, a lot of folks call them bandwagon fans. I always give them a hard time, but they love the Warriors, man. They have for a while, but they didn't grow up really watching basketball. But since they've started watching, it's been Steph Curry. It's been those guys that they've followed ever since. So we'll have to see what happens there. LeBron, another final. So we'll see how it goes. Let's switch gears, talk about high school football for a moment. June 4th conditioning is the date set for a lot of our high school teams as far as the off season is concerned. And one of the things that we talked about over the last couple of weeks was what we're going to do right here is we're going to kind of pick a team and kind of go down through their schedule. And Luther, I want you to chime in here as well, because this is something that we've talked a lot about as we now kind of lay the table, the foundation, I guess, moving forward through the summer workouts leading up to the official kickoff. And I know that you had the opportunity. We talked to RJ last week about the things going on down in Pickens County. Very excited about this high school football season, as I know a lot of you are. How about let's talk about Gilmer this week? Okay, obviously the Bobcats last couple years have had a tough season. They played a scrimmage game a few weeks back against Coahulla Creek. They're going to open up the season on the 17th of August against Fannin, the traditional opener there. And I wanted to kind of go through and break down their schedule a little bit. Luther, Gilmer Fannin opening week, always a great game anytime you have a Highway 515 rivalry. But I know that you've had a chance to talk to folks around the area and so forth. What's the feeling with Gilmer? I mean, as far as where this program's headed, is this program headed in the right direction? I know that obviously Coach Wingard is kind of came into a very tough situation, and he's doing a good job, rallying these guys together. What have you heard coming out of the Gilmer camp lately?
Well, before the spring game, in their off season, it was basically the same it's been for the last couple of years. It's like, well, what are we going to do? We need to do something. Can we finally get it together?
Right.
After the spring game, I'm hearing a lot more positive attitudes. As we spoke in last week's show, talking about the 0-0 tie with Coahulla Creek and wondering if they actually kept the score or not. They did. They actually kept the score, and the defense ruled the game for both teams. Both teams. Parents and just general fans of the Bobcats are telling me that the defense looks really good early in the spring, and they're hoping it continues. And the attitudes are very positive, very positive. They're hoping that got a few seasons under the belt with Coach Wingard, and everybody's going to really gel with some of the upcoming freshmen and everything that are looking really good. And they're positive and looking forward to hopefully a good season.
There you go. We talk about going down Gilmer's schedule a little bit. Obviously, the big game, Fannin, of course, that first week on the 17th. Pickens, September 21st this year in Jasper on the new turf at Dragon Stadium. But sandwiched in between those Highway 515 matchups is a pretty tough non-region schedule for Gilmer and a couple of teams that they have not played in a while. Lumpkin County on September the 7th. Before that, though, a week after Fannin in week 2 on August 24th, the Bobcats are scheduled to be on the road over at Rabun County. And as a lot of folks know, Rabun County played for the state championship last year, in 2A. And I mean, obviously, that's a big non-region opponent right off the bat. So the Bobcats are certainly going to be tested. And then got Gordon Central after that. And then Lumpkin is the non-region slate before they play Pickens, which basically opens up their region games. And then, of course, after that, Southeast, Whitfield Heritage, Northwest Whitfield, Ridgeland, Lafayette. What do you think of that schedule, Luther? I mean, how do you feel like it stacks up? And scheduling folks like Rabun, Gordon Central, do you think that was an effort? And we'll have Coach Wingard on at some point, but do you think it was an effort maybe by this coaching staff to kind of, let these guys go outside the area, see some different kind of competition, maybe get them even more prepared possibly for the region schedule?
I do. 99% of your sports across the board, you play to the level of your competition. And Gordon Central and, of course, Rabun County, that's a big, big test. And Lumpkin's not an easy task either.
No, not at all.
They're really fast. That new wing T offense, I mean, it's going to be – I'm sorry, not wing T, wishbone offense. They're going to be a tough opponent for Gilmer. Yeah. The whole schedule sets up really tough. I'm thankful that I'm not the coach. It's every team on that schedule is very hard to prepare for. Rabun, I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed loss. If it was, they wouldn't need to play the game. But it's going to see what Gilmer has early.
Absolutely.
Very, very early.
Absolutely,
and, Of course, David Smith, it's my understanding he's going to be back at quarterback this year again. Good feet, good arm, pretty accurate. Just hope the receivers can get their hands in shape and ready for it, because you're probably going to need to pass a lot to score a lot.
Sure.
Against, especially the first 4 games.
Absolutely. We want to hear from you guys as well. If you want to chime in and talk about any of your teams, let us know. 706-889-9700. We want this to be interactive, and you can also email your comments to teamfynsports@fetchernews.com. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. We're going to continue this discussion throughout the summer about all of our local area programs, break down their schedules, talk about them. So it's not like we're done with Gilmer for the summer by any means. We're going to circle back around to that, but we will talk about that a little bit more later on. Coming up in our next segment, it is time for taking it to the next level. That's right, several local area student athletes making their college choices known. We're going to talk about some state golf, and a little bit later on the show, changing of the guard, some coaching news to pass along, all that much more still straight ahead on this week's edition of the Instant Replay. Stay with us.
Life is filled with moments, some monumental, some mere seconds. Moments we often take for granted as we worry and anticipate all the moments to come. At Woodman Life, we help ease that worry with our affordable insurance and retirement products. We work to protect financial security, community pride, patriotism, and peace of mind so that you can protect the moments that matter most.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World. In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's T-E-A-S. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Had the time of my life.
Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Better days ahead.
Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
And welcome back to the Instant Replay. Again, I'm your host, Dave Garner. Luther Kinsey behind the glass here today, along with Amanda Evans, our producer, and the rest of our crew. Again, our email is teamfynsports@fetchernews.com. And this is the program right here that highlights and promotes student-athletes in a positive way. And we appreciate you guys for joining us for another episode here. We hope you all had a wonderful Memorial Day holiday. And we certainly want to send thoughts, prayers to all the folks in our military. Again, very special. I hope that everyone took time out to think about that. Obviously, the reason for the holiday there in the first place, and we certainly appreciate all of what our military folks, our first responders, our police officers, our firefighters, all the folks out there that are keeping us safe, working around the clock. We certainly do want to give thanks, definitely, and certainly hope that everyone had a fun and safe Memorial Day. Time now as we enter the second segment for our Taking It to the Next Level. And this is where we highlight student athletes and those who are making their college choices known, those who will be furthering their academic and athletic careers to the next level. And we've got a few more to tell you about this week, and this is awesome. This is always, Luther, always one of my funnest segments, one of our best segments, to be able to see these student athletes that we followed, a lot of them since they were, in middle school and even beyond that, being able to go through high school and have that opportunity to move on. And we've got a few this week. Cole Wright is the first one we'll start with. And Cole signed a letter of intent to play football for Army and to attend West Point. Again, listed as a possible wide receiver. Wright's accomplishments over the last 2 years as a quarterback for the Panthers have just been phenomenal. And, when you talk about Union County, they've had a good long line of quarterback play over the last, 5, 6, 7 years or so. Guys moving on there. And Cole Wright is just the next in line of skill position players, if you will, guys to move on from Union County. 2016 7 AAA Player of the Year, honorable mention in 2016 and 17, first team All-Region in 2017, compiled 7,000 yards of total offense and over 70 touchdowns just in the last 2 years. So very deserving. There were a lot of other schools in the running for Cole's ability. Kennesaw State, Furman, Georgia Tech, even looking at him. And so, but Cole Wright again headed to Army and to West Point. And man, just can't say enough about that kid. And we'll circle back around. We'll get Luther's comments too in a minute. Lizzie Howitt, we talked a little bit about some of these last week, but Lizzie did sign to play ball for ABAC down in Tifton, Georgia, Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, and she's going to major in pre-vet studies and plans to continue to a full vet degree in the future. So again, Lizzie just doing an amazing job at Pickens High School, and she's headed to the next level. Also, a Dawson County High School athlete has done something that's never been done before. A very young volleyball program in Dawson County, as we all know. 2 years ago, Katie Brady, was very instrumental in getting this program off the ground in Dawson County. It's only been around a couple years, and she has signed a scholarship to play volleyball for Reinhardt over in Waleska. Congratulations to Katie. That's a big deal. Anytime you're the first athlete, from your school to kind of sign that sports scholarship. We saw it with Grace Henderson this year for Gilmer with soccer, becoming the first Gilmer soccer, signee. And now you've got Katie Brady who's signing to play volleyball. That's always an awesome thing. And Luther, I want to bring you in because you're the one that went and, you've covered these and talked about them and everything. I want to get your thoughts. Cole Wright, Lizzie Howitt, and Katie Brady, all three of those are the ones we're focusing on this week. But congratulations to those three outstanding student athletes.
Yeah, no doubt. Cole, just an amazing young man, and of course, he wants to possibly study aerospace engineering. So, everyone says that the quarterback is the brain of the offense. He's the brain in the classroom as well.
Right, yeah.
Great young man, very, very excited. Anyone that goes on to the military academy for any reason has my vote, has my just total praise. I'm super proud. Thank him for what he's about to do, in his, not only his football career at West Point, but beyond in the military. That's just Cole Wright, thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
Katie being the first one for volleyball from Dawson and being instrumental in getting the program together is amazing. Her coach said that she's selfless.
Right.
She's all about her teammates and other people getting the glory. She has empathy for everyone. Her personality is amazing, and she said it was a coach's dream to have all those attributes just wrapped up in one athlete.
Absolutely, yeah. Tanya Porter, her coach, was very complimentary, no doubt, of Katie. So it's always great, like I said, Lou, this is one of our segments. And there's also another piece of information, too, and you and I were talking about it. How about William Howington? And I'll let you kind of elaborate a little bit more on this, but former wrestling coach of the Dawson County Tigers, keeping it in Dawson County for a moment, recently inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. I mean, what an honor right there for William Howington. Again, Coach Howington getting that, speaking of taking it to the next level, we also not only recognize our student athletes, but also our coaches and their achievements as well moving forward.
Yeah, Mr. Howington, he started out at Jefferson High School back in the 70s, right, and put his name to the wrestling, foreseen the history to come. He lettered in wrestling. He lettered in football. After Jefferson, went on the University of Georgia. While he's at University of Georgia, he started officiating wrestling. Right. 45 years later, he still hits the mats to wrestle. To officiate high school wrestling.
Right, yeah. That's amazing.
To be put in the Hall of Fame. As you can see, there's a picture on the screen. William Howington is standing up in the center there. Great accomplishment. Everyone dreams in everything. Myself, as umpiring for many, many years, would just dream of what's the ultimate goal I could reach, and Hall of Fame would be it.
Right.
That's when your peers recognize what you've accomplished and that you're good at what you did.
Right.
So that is the utmost respect that anyone can give him, is inducting him in the Hall of Fame. The other 6 gentlemen there in the picture with him are also from Georgia. Do not have their names, but of course William Howington, being local, wanted to highlight him and say congratulations for the great honor.
Absolutely, and that is our taking it to the next level segment. Congratulations to Coach Howington, who has been quite an official over the last 45 years or so now, as we talked about making it and being inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, and certainly congratulations to him and all of our student athletes who are indeed taking it to the next level. A couple little tidbits right here before we move into the next segment. Catherine Dinsmore, we've talked a lot about Catherine Dinsmore as we move to golf, and the estate golf tournament, of course, wrapping up. And Catherine from Pickens High School would finish 12th overall at the GHSA State Tournament last week. The 4A ladies played at Innsbruck up in Helen, and the tournament play was suspended after bad weather on the second day. But this was Catherine's third consecutive state appearance. So congratulations to Catherine Dinsmore third time in a row at state. Just a great honor for her. And staying with golf too, real quick, Blitz Sports has released the nominees for Golfer of the Year in the state of Georgia. On the boys' side, we've got some local ones, and on the girls as well. Andrew Rainey of Lumpkin, Jacob Adams of White, Grayson Blocker of Union, and Jeremiah Crumley of Dawson County. And on the girls' side, nominees include Carolyn Craig of White, Katie Craig of White, Allison Horinek of Union County, and Isabel Davenport of Lumpkin, and also Sydney Morgan of Dawson County. So a lot of local area golfers along our Highway 515 area being recognized and nominated as the Blitz Sports Golfer of the Year, High School Golfer of the Year in the state of Georgia. So again, Luther, again, thanks for this information. Luther Kinsey, the man behind the scenes, digging all this stuff up for us. And I tell you what, man, it's awesome to have that kind of representation, you know, at any level, at any sport, but especially here in the North Georgia mountains, to have, you know, that many athletes in any sport recognized for an honor like that.
Yeah, it's I have a really big shovel. Let me tell you that. It is an honor. I couldn't find anything on, you know, some other sports and from Blitz Sports nominees and things like that, but talking about Catherine Dinsmore and the state golf just a few moments ago, there was two young ladies from White County that played. Actually, you just mentioned their name in the nominees, Katie and lost the other one. But
right. Yeah. We've got Caroline. Katie Caroline Craig. Yeah.
Innsbruck is their home course.
Right.
And from what I could gather and what I was told by several coaches, their average scores on Innsbruck are 65 to 67.
Wow.
They shot in the low to mid 70s on the first day. Very, very tough course. And you know, with all respect to the players, everyone pretty much had tough rounds on Monday. The course, with all the weather we've had, just the maintenance of it was not allowed to be done. It was not in great shape. The fairways were not cut, you know, true to length. So it played tough for everyone. On day two, of course, Georgia High School ruling is if you're not all the players are not an equal amount of holes, like for instance number 9, and everyone's played at least 9 holes, you have to revert back to day 1.
Right.
Catherine Dinsmore had really started getting on a roll. She put several pars together and really started coming back into her own. Amidst some frustrations, there was, you know, unfortunately when you have some parents out there, they want to get disgruntled, and one of her pairings for the day's mom got a little bit out of sorts, and of course that got Catherine a little frustrated and out of sorts as well. Took her off her game early on, but she battled back and did very well on that. The nominees, very proud of them. But, you know, it would be hard for me to choose one. It's done in kind of a Heisman style voting.
Right.
So, you know, there can only be one. But I wish them all the best of luck, and look forward to hopefully being able to catch up with some of them on the golf course next season.
There you go. Sounds good. Well, awesome. High school golf wrapping up, as well as a lot of other sports. And speaking of, coming up in our next segment, we're going to talk a little bit about some soccer and some tennis news. We'll share some youth camp information and also changing of the guard, some coaching news as well. That much more straight ahead on this week's edition of the Instant Replay. Stay with us.
Life is filled with moments, some monumental, some mere seconds. Moments we often take for granted as we worry and anticipate all the moments to come. At Woodman Life, we help ease that worry with our affordable insurance and retirement products. We work to protect financial security, community pride, patriotism, and peace of mind so that you can protect the moments that matter most.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's T-E-A-S. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Had the time of my life. I never felt like this before. I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love because I've had the time of my life. I've never felt like this before, 'cause I've had the time of my life.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Better days ahead.
Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
And welcome back to the program. Again, Dave Garner with you right here on the Instant Replay, right here on FYNTV.com. Again, the show this week is live on Tuesday with the Memorial Day holiday. But next week, as we mentioned, we'll be here right back with you on Monday at 10 a.m. following BKP's Good Morning from the Office. We hope that you'll join you. And our very own Luther Kinsey, speaking of, will be pinch hitting that day, and he'll be here in the hot seat. And taken my place, and certainly appreciate your willingness to do that. We've already come up with some neat things that you can do there possibly next week. So I'm looking forward to seeing what all goes on, all the shenanigans that are going to play out next week in my absence. So it ought to be interesting. There you go. Exactly. I know, and Amanda, and you usually get stuck in the middle of all of it, and I feel for you. I really do. I feel for you. So he wants his latte waiting for him. Okay, yeah, exactly. We're gonna talk. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of stuffy. Yeah, it does get hot in here. I mean, that's the thing. So, well, that's what we need. We need Nelly's It's Getting Hot in Here. We need that as our bump music. Can we pull that off then? It's getting hot in here. We're going to keep our clothes on, though. I can just tell you. So, don't worry about that at home, folks. Trust me. But anyway, some news to throw along to you here real quick. We've got our changing of the guard. We'll save that in just a second. I'll bring Luther back in. Soccer, Chris Keys of Lumpkin County named as the Blitz Soccer Player of the Year with 13 of 18 possible votes. Keys had 26 goals and 5 assists in the 2018 season for the Indians. So we talked about some of the nominees last segment. Chris Keys, though, taking one of those honors from Blitz. What a season for Chris in Lumpkin County. He did well. We're going to circle back around to all this and get Luther's thoughts. Tennis, the Gilmer High tennis team had their banquet last week, and they, of course, had a great year. As we all know, the Gilmer tennis program has really done well over the last couple of years. The boys finished 9-4 overall, 5-1 in the region. The girls 9-4, 5-1 in the region as well. They both had excellent seasons, finishing as the region runner-ups and hosting the first round of state competition. Tripp Pierce finished undefeated 13-0 this past year, and Hope Caldwell finished 11-2. What a job. There's several awards on the night. There's a list of them, but boys MVP went to Carter Heiss and girls MVP went to Lauren Cole. So congratulations to all of those players, Gilmer, boys and girls, on excellent tennis seasons. Many other cats and lady cats were recognized during the banquet, as you would imagine there, but just a great tennis season overall. And Luther, we'll go ahead and bring you back in here. Luther's behind the glass here today, but soccer, tennis, all these sports starting to wrap up now. The accolades, of course, are coming in. We're seeing who's all region, all team, all tourney, all that sort of stuff, MVP. It's always a great time of year. But what a great tennis season for Gilmer, as we talked about.
Yeah, Coach Parks over at Gilmer has done an excellent job. Her athletes are all in. Like I said, there's just a list of awards. One thing I do want to mention, of course, these are student athletes. And being a student is always first. Education's most important.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Tripp Pierce for the boys won the academic award with the highest GPA. Right. And Katie Merrick, senior, had the highest GPA for the girls' side.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But in the list of awards, I don't have it right here in front of me, but there were most likely to go 3 sets.
Right. Yeah. I saw there were a lot of superlatives and things.
Yeah, Katie Sheehan won that. Some fun awards.
Right.
Most improved. I forget those names right offhand. I believe I have it on your list. I'm not sure if I put it on there.
Right. Yeah.
Caden Reese, I believe, for the boys, and
right. There's a few of them. Yeah. I don't have the full list in front of me, but
right. And of course I have it. I'm more interested in talking to you than I am and our viewers than I am looking at the list.
No.
But, great season. Great season. It was an honor to be able to cover them some this year. I didn't get out there as much as I would like to, due to conflict with some baseball and some other sports I had to cover. But just they were very welcoming to me, and they just haven't had the coverage from any news outlet or sports outlet.
Right.
And we were able to give it to them this year, and hopefully next year that will be, they'll get more coverage. And athletes really appreciate that. They love hearing their name, and seeing their name in articles and things like that. So I was blessed to be able to cover that for them. But great season. They're going to lose a few seniors. Haven't had any notifications of any signings from those of yet, but as they do, we're all over it.
We're all over it. If it happens here in North Georgia, no doubt about it. Our very own Luther Kinsey from Team FYN Sports is all over it too. And speaking of changing of the guard here tonight, we do have some sources out of Fannin County. FYN Sports, our very own Luther Kinsey, has also come across some information that effective July 1st, it appears, now again, nothing has been finalized yet, but it does appear that Coach David Henson will step away as head coach of the wrestling team to become the new athletic director in Fannin County. Now again, that has not been confirmed yet, but we do have some sources that have told FYN Sports that indeed may very well happen. So again, we're not wanting to put information out there that's not been confirmed yet, but word is that information will probably be finalized hopefully by our next show, and we'll be able to let you know of the coaching changes there. But it does look like that Joe Hutzel could perhaps be the head coach for the Fannin wrestling team in Henson's absence. And as we also mentioned last week, Travis Stone, I believe we incorrectly said Jones or something, but Coach Travis Stone, who's of course been at Fannin County for several years now, has assumed the head coaching duties for the Rebels baseball team in Fannin County as well. So Luther, some coaching news perhaps out of Fannin County that we will definitely keep our viewers informed on.
Most definitely. We'll be all, to use the phrase again, we'll be all over it. Coach Hutzel, will be a good fit for the program. He's there. He's part of it. My source is telling me that this will probably take effect July 1st. I'm currently going to be, trying to get in touch with Coach Henson to confirm that. As soon as I do, there will be a story on Team FYN Sports Facebook page and, of course, Fannin Fetcher News at FetcherNews.com, Fannin. And, of course, we'll have it on next week's show if I can get it. Now, I will update any information I get on next week's show.
Right. There we go.
So please, everybody stay tuned to, keep up with that. That's an interesting story that's in process.
Well, absolutely. Coach David Henson, of course, the longtime Gilmer County assistant wrestling coach under Sam Snyder. And Coach Henson, of course, going to Fannin County to be the head coach. And now it looks like may very well be rolling into the administrative side of things. If that is the case, we do want to congratulate Coach Henson. I know him personally. He's a great guy, great coach. I know he'll certainly be missed in the coaching capacity, but he'll certainly be welcomed into an AD role. Again, changing of the guard, one of our segments right here anytime we have coaching news, and we're glad to share it for you right here. We're going to go ahead and take our final break of the show, and when we return, we have some youth camp information for you. Plus, we'll touch on some regional and national headlines as well. All that much more as we get set for the fourth and final quarter segment of this week's Instant Replay. We'll be right back.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
I it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love because I've had the time of my life. I've never felt like this before, 'cause I've had the time of my life.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Better days ahead.
Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
And welcome back to the program right here. Again, it's the instant replay on FYNTV.com, North Georgia's only online weekly sports show. And we appreciate you guys joining us. I'm your host, Dave Garner. Luther Kinsey with us, Amanda Evans as well, and the rest of our crew. We thank you for joining us. Fourth quarter segment, our fourth and final quarter segment of the week. We've went through our taking it to the next level segment, our changing of the guard, and we're going to lead off this last segment with some youth camp information. And this is something also we're going to be doing periodically throughout the summer. As we all know, a lot of the schools, Park and Rec, so forth, different folks around our local area put on a lot of youth camps throughout the summer. And so we did want to give you information on one. June 4th through the 7th is this year's Gilmer Lady Cat basketball camp. Now, this will take place 9 a.m. to noon each of those days, the 4th through the 7th. So it's coming up next week. Pre-registration cost is $55. Pay at the camp price is $65. The camp staff will include the Lady Cat coaches along with the Clear Creek Middle School coaches, and of course all of the Lady Cat players as well will be helping. So drinks and snack will be provided. We want to see all the young future Lady Cats out there next week in Gilmer County, and certainly looking forward to that. Again, let's see here. June 4th through the 8th, the Gilmer Lady Cat basketball team, they're going to have a summer camp as well. I think it's for first through the 8th grade. Sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted. First through the 8th grade. So first through 8th grade players are welcome to attend this camp 9 a.m. to noon each of those days. A lot more youth camp information coming up, so stay with us right here on the instant replay as we share it with you. All right, time now to talk a little bit about our regional sports update. The Atlanta Braves took a little bit of a blow over the weekend as Ronald Acuna, the outstanding rookie, was placed on the 10-day DL over the weekend, but it could have been a whole lot worse. Acuna was legging out an infield hit whenever he hit first base. He crossed the bag there, and he was in a lot of pain. It looked like he might have had some sort of a broken foot, a leg injury there, but it was not as serious. Thank goodness than they thought it was going to be. So Acuna, just on the 10-day DL, is set to return after that. That's good news because he has obviously been one of the statistical category leaders offensively in Major League Baseball since being called up, and hopefully they'll get him back. The Atlanta United Wednesday at New England, as the United have enjoyed a little bit of time off here since their last match, which was the last Sunday against the New York Red Bulls there in a 3-1 loss at home. So the Atlanta United has had a little bit of time to lick some wounds and heal some folks. However, they will be a little bit short-handed because they've got a couple guys out on red cards that will not be in that matchup. So it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully the United can put it together though on the road at New England. The Revolution, they've been a little inconsistent this year, so hopefully a chance for Atlanta to get a win on the road. One of the big things that happened over the last week or so since the last time we met was the ruling, and I know we don't touch on the NFL a lot, and that's by design. I know BKP is not a fan of the NFL at all, so we typically try to leave that out of a lot of our conversation, but there was a big ruling that was made, of course, last week. In the midst of all the NFL, the national anthem and kneeling during the flag and during the anthem stuff, which is obviously the reason why a lot of folks, including BKP, have of course have stepped away from the NFL and decide not to talk about it. And you know, rightfully so, I think, for a lot of people. The ruling was made last week by the NFL owners that there would now be some sort of a penalty for players not standing for the anthem, and they've elected to give the teams the option of staying in the locker room for the anthem, but if they come out for the anthem, they all have to stand. Otherwise, there will be a 15-yard penalty assessed, I believe is what they came up with. So again, it was one of those controversial decisions, and if you're the NFL, you really can't win, because if you allow them to stay in the locker room, you look like you're unpatriotic. You know, if they, you know, and then if they come out and something happens, you're going to tick off the other side, and I mean, it's just one of those things where you really can't win. But I tell you what, you know, they talk about the ratings decline, they talk about all these things, and there's a lot of folks out there that want to make up excuses for why the ratings decline and what have you, other than the fact that players kneeled for the national anthem. But I'm telling you right now, I just think that we're naive, or other parts of the country are for that matter, if we think that the ratings were not in some way affected by the entire anthem thing. To think that did not have a hand in it, because I can tell you right now, and maybe it's partially because we live in this part of the country, we live in the South, but a lot of folks I've talked to, I mean, they went away from it. You know, they'll never watch the NFL again. I mean, they're very ticked off about it. And so, Luther, I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, but I feel like at the end of the day, there's no doubt that there's a correlation between the two, and there's a lot of sports talk folks that say that there's other reasons why. There may be other reasons, but I'm just of the strong opinion that obviously that has played a part in the ratings decline, and I guess the argument is there, but I don't see how that wouldn't be part of it. I really don't.
And you're right, it is, and there are more reasons than just the protest to the national anthem and the flag. For me personally. As we've talked about before on the show, the salaries are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Are they great athletes? Yes. Do they deserve to be paid well? Yes. The fans will pay the money to go see them, and I know that's a lot of their salary. But at the same time, I'm a firm believer that the highest paid person in the United States should be the President of the United States.
Right. The person running the country.
Whether Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter.
Right.
He's the one that has control of the button in wartime. So you're really going to pay a receiver who catches the ball on Sunday afternoon more than you're paying him? That's one issue I have. I love my Atlanta Falcons. I will continue to always watch my Atlanta Falcons. Thick, thin, good, bad. I will always take my Falcons and be there to support them as much as I can.
Right.
But on the national anthem rule, I think it's a great decision. It's a great decision. It was not a unanimous vote by the owners. I can't find the team right off bat. I was just doing some research on it, but there's one team owner that said his players could take a knee every Sunday and every Monday or Thursday or whatever game they play, and he'll gladly pay the fines. Which I think is crazy.
Yeah.
This country pays them. They should respect the reason of the national anthem.
Right.
They should respect the reason our flag is what it is.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is the reasoning. I just don't think it's. I understand there is racial equality. I understand there's police brutality. I understand those things do exist. I think there's probably a better way of getting that point across and starting that conversation that everybody keeps talking about. Because I think there's just a disconnect, and I wouldn't even say it's a racial thing. I don't even want to go there, but I think that obviously people don't understand what the flag means, and I don't think that's the appropriate way to do that. And I know I'm not alone in thinking that way. Unfortunately, not everyone agrees with us on that. But
well,
that's
for instance, I believe it was a Pittsburgh Steeler last year. Military came out by himself out of the tunnel carrying the American flag, and he was praised to no end by everyone who supports the standing for the national anthem. Of course, he was also, talked bad about by those who oppose it.
Right.
But at the same time, a couple of days later, he came back and recanted and apologized because his teammates and owners got on him.
Yeah.
America's a free country. If he wants to do that, he has that right. And unfortunately, if they want to kneel, they should have that right as well, because we are a free country. And I know we're kind of getting on the political side of sports, which unfortunately there is a lot. But at the same time, I'm a firm believer that, like I said, this country, shows up to support you. You should support our country.
Right.
And if you are against what America stands for and what the flag stands for and the national anthem stands for, my personal opinion and belief is that there's several other countries that would probably, you fit in very well for it.
Right. Absolutely.
You love our money. You love our fame, but you don't love our flag.
Right.
That's personal opinion that I probably shouldn't have got into, but that's my rant for the day.
And that'll be, that's our rant of the day, and that's going to kind of wrap things up for us right here. And we will continue that discussion once we have a little bit more time. We've just had a lot of high school sports to talk about, and that's an awesome problem to have. So, but we will touch on this. It's not the end of that conversation, no doubt about it. We'll continue that, but we are out of time this week. And speaking of politics and sports, word has it that in my absence, of course, next week, Luther Kins will be sitting right here in the hot seat, and he may very well be joined by BKP. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised, Luther, if he pops his head in here and gives you a hard time, and maybe that might be a discussion he may want to have if he does pop in here. So maybe y'all can lock the doors and keep him out of here at least for that hour. But see, you're coming right on the tail end of his show, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to get rid of him. I'm just saying.
Well, locking the doors may be a hard thing to do because I'm sure he probably has the key.
I'm sure he does have the key. That's a good point. So you're probably not going to keep him out. We'll see how things go. That's going to wrap things up for this week's edition of the Instant Replay. Thank you guys once again for watching. As we mentioned, same time different time next week. Next week we're back in our normal time slot, Monday 10 to 11 a.m. Join us right here. Again, you can always call us 706-889-9700, and you can also email us at teamfynsports@fetchernews.com. This has been the Instant Replay right here on FYNTV.com. I'm Dave Garner saying so long, everyone. We'll see you next week.